Hello everyone, we're back! We're back for some Savage Dawn, some 5e, custom-made, all kinds of nonsense with a room full of Brits and Ryan. So let's jump around, introduce our cast, and we'll start with someone who we haven't seen in a while here. Josh, who are you? Where can we find you? And who are you playing today?
Hello. It's been a long time coming, some might say, as I have returned to torment everyone here. I'm playing Dom Draven, aka the Mad Monk, and I'm just going to get as shit-faced as possible and bumble my way through. He's a halfling, and he is like a small amount of barbarian, a lot of monk, and it's going to go terribly wrong. Also, for those of you watching anywhere that doesn't have Snatch as sort of like mandatory watching in school, you might not be able to understand a word he says, and I apologize for that. Someone will translate. Other than that, you can find me on Encounter Roleplay doing Encounter Roleplay things and fucking dying in turncloaks and being miserable and killing people in Long March and stuff like that, and other stuff which I will talk about after the stream. But back to you in the studio.
They got an introductory course, because I channeled my inner, I would like to say it was my inner Dom, but really I channeled my inner Josh. And I was drunk the entire last stream, and I chucked in, and I chucked like this the whole time. So,
did you drink and shoot? Did you drink and shoot? Is that what you're telling us?
Yeah, more or less. I drank whatever Josh's Kool-Aid was. So I am ready and raring to go. So everyone's had. If we can keep a drunk person the entire stream and just carry it over, that'd be great. So with that, we'll jump over to Huggles. Huggles, who are you? Where can we find you, and who are you playing today?
I'm Free Huggles. You can find me over on Salt and Sassy most of the time. I am playing you. You was born in the wilds, and she's this. You know the girl from the creepy girl from is it The Ring that creeps out the well? Yeah, she looks a lot like that.
That's awful.
Yeah.
Off-putting.
I know, right? Yeah, she was born in the wilds, and she has lived there her whole life, wandering around it. So I'll see how that goes for her. Probably not well. I've played in Ross's games.
That's true. I've played with Ross, and it's a time.
Yeah, that's one level. This is good luck.
I'm afraid. I live in fear. Let's jump over to Ryan. Who are you? Where can we find you, and who are you playing today?
I'm Ryan, aka Rydom. You guys find me here usually every Thursday night for Havoc in the Hinterlands when I play Monknado. But for this evening, I'm changing things up, and we're going to be playing a Dragonborn rogue by the name of Morlin. He is currently a outcast of his clan, mostly because they call upon him for various underhanded things like assassinations and other similars that they don't really want out in the open too much. So I am unaffiliated, but part of the clan.
Sweet. And we'll jump over to, last but not least, Ross. Who are you? Where can we find you? And tell us about Savage Dawn.
Hi, so I'm Ross. You can find me on Salt and Sassy as I'm the other part of that channel. I do stuff a lot of the time. Savage Dawn is currently a work in progress setting by the folks over at Lawsmith, and I'm having a great deal of fun running this. It takes what is normally a primarily medieval setting and moves it into prehistory. There is no metal here. The dwarves have not yet mastered metalcraft. The elves are still getting to grips with the bow and the wilds, and this takes us to a near Arctic style setting where the environment is just as likely to kill you as some of the grotesque monstrosities that I get to throw at these guys today. So we shall see. Will they survive the wilds?
Probably not. It's a one-shot. Who knows?
Well, there is that. There is also the all the things you told me beforehand that I have to ruin your day with.
Yeah. So we have some carryovers from the previous donations that we have blown out of the water. Everyone starts this game, including the DM, with 3 crits, and the DM has 2 crit fails to deploy as he sees fit. And those will be in every game for the remainder of the stream, which should make this an interesting time. So yeah, with that, I'll remind you guys that if you click that donation section down below, you guys can donate to help support Extra Life Charity for Kids. They help fund research, equipment, and games for sick kids in extended stay hospitals across the country. I believe in Canada, and I think they're spreading to the UK and parts of the EU as well, if I'm not mistaken. Don't quote me on that though. But it's pretty awesome. We've done over 5,000 as a channel. Now it's almost 6,000 as a channel, and we've done over 7 now, almost over 6 now, almost over 7 for the entire team. If you guys want to join the team, slide in my DMs and I'll find out a way to get you guys in there, and you guys can start streaming and helping kids as well. And with that, we'll jump in. And Ross, take us away to Savage Dawns.
Okay, so the beginning of this one shot, you guys will find yourselves just outside the beginnings of society. You are currently camped outside the walls of the one bastion of a collective multiracial facility. You are outside the stronghold. This is the first, potentially the last, and the only city in the realm. This is the only city in the known world. It's from here, outwardly, you explore. And yourselves, most of you who are nomadic, come here with the meats, etc., hides that you are bringing to be tanned, and you have a symbiotic existence. The stronghold doesn't particularly like you, but you bring food, and food is the one thing they need above all else. That sounds like a similar trait to someone else's game. Anyway, Josh, there you go. So you are all camped in this sort of sheltered valley. It is the stronghold and yourselves are currently in a valley between two unnecessarily tall mountains in the edge of a mountain range. And it's here.
Unnecessarily tall. I love it.
Unnecessarily tall. They are the tallest of the tall.
Obnoxiously tall mountains.
Yes, exactly. And even here, the Arctic cold bites at your skin through your camp, through your tents, through your clothes, and the wind howls down the valley. But there are other sounds here, the sounds of people talking and sort of like bartering behind the wall away from where you currently reside. So, what are you guys up to?
Dom has no idea. Dom is absolutely obliterated. Is waking up with stinking hangover. He's been drinking fermented mammoth's milk. His drink of choice. It's good. It's just mammoth's milk that has just gone good. Not bad. It goes good. It goes bad first, and then it goes good. And he is just asleep in the street. Has it been snowing? Is that kind of climate we're dealing with?
So the immediate environment is almost in perpetual twilight. It has been snowing recently, but the snow is not currently on the ground. It's on the mountaintops around you, but this is just cracked, dry tundra.
Okay, so Dom wakes up with snow on his basically just coating his clothing, and notices that there's no snow locally, and wonders what happened last night and how he managed to get covered in snow, and then contemplates investigating and decides instead he's going to get breakfast and more alcohol. Dom is a halfling. He is 3'2". He is wearing a black jumpsuit from sort of head to toe, sort of like it's probably made of sort of badly held together sort of hide that's all been sort of smeared black with charcoal, and it has obscenities just all over it, just stitched into it. My other player character is your mum, and various other different glorious boasts. He has a shaved head, a big beard. He's perpetually drunk, covered in prison tattoos, and a shiv tucked into his sleeve. It's just a giant jumpsuit / straight jacket with long flappy sleeves that make everything very difficult for him.
So is almost a very key point. You don't want to go into the stronghold, do you? Do you, Dom? Because that's where the prisons are.
I mean, prison was good. I'm going to be honest. Prison was actually quite fun. Dom liked prison. He only left prison because the prison died.
Nice.
Which was no fault of his own. He's never been charged. But yeah, he's.
Okay. Did you say the prison died?
Yeah, the prison died.
Like the whole.
There was an uprising, and everyone, like the prisoners like broke out, and then like he didn't take part in it because he was happy in prison. Like he spent most of his life in prison, and then he just continued to live there. And eventually, he was like, I have to leave my cell because no one's bringing me food or anything, and the canteen's empty. And he sort of came out and realized that like the prison had been abandoned. All the prisoners had got out. The guards had abandoned it, and this was like in the middle of nowhere. So
okay,
that's where Dom comes from.
And now you're in the middle of nowhere here. Perfect.
Yeah, I'm in the middle of nowhere here either. I'm also pretty sure I wasn't in Savage Dawn last time. No. Like when he went to sleep, he wasn't in Savage Dawn. When he woke up, he's in
Let's
Savage.
Let's not think about that one too hard.
Oh man, that's good stuff. Cool. So, are you entering the actual town?
Yeah, he sort of comes staggering in, looking around, looking for whatever would pass for a tavern or a liquor stop or.
You are greeted actually by a guard before you can continue to do that. And he looks at you and he points across to a board.
He peers. What does the board say?
It's got crudely painted in what passes for the native written language. It has sort of just scribbled on it, help needed, will pay in vital supplies. And one of the guards sort of leans down and adds in this sort of finger paint, includes booze.
I look at him and I'm just like, up until he writes includes booze, like Dom's just looking at it, just fine. You know, to be completely honest with you, if you're gonna do like you standing around here, you've been a guard and all that shit, but really like there's people and they're literally leaving posters around saying they need fucking help. So you should probably do it includes booze, does it? Right, fucking I'm right there, don't even worry about it. Like point me at him, where do I need to go? What's going on? Have you got any booze on you?
For the record, Josh, if I meet you in person, or when I meet you in person, and you're drunk and you don't tell me this, I'm going to be disappointed.
Yeah.
I just assume this is how you sound drunk.
You guys all got that, right? In chat?
Yeah.
I need confirmation you all understand.
Yeah.
The guard blinks and goes, I have no idea what the fuck you just said, but points to it off in one direction, like that way. And there is another guard who stood there. He's wearing more like, it's almost like chitin heavier armor.
I spank his ass in thanks, and I sort of stagger. Like I walk towards it, but I am my body's aimed diagonally, sort of not directly at it because I'm staggering in that direction.
The guard looks uncomfortable, but walks away.
It's okay.
And then he looks around for anybody else that might be entering the town.
Yeah,
that looks like they are competent.
I think inside that tavern, probably trying to find more people or trying to find, I don't know, who's in charge of this, this quest or whatever. Excuse me. You would see a large, what the hell? What are the Dragonborns called in this?
The Dragonborn in this setting do indeed have a different name. They are called, I believe it's Crydon, because this setting puts itself apart from normal Dungeons and Dragons. It doesn't have any dragons.
Okay. But they still are functionally the same, right?
They are functionally and aesthetically the same.
Okay.
But you have no reference point to call them Dragonborn.
Cool.
So.
Got it. So I am one of those. I am essentially a Dragonborn in all essence. And you would see him in a strange array of chitinous armor with a massive forearm shield. It's probably a good 4-foot shield, draped in what looks to be like a cape, like a superhero. But the cape is emblazoned with his clan's sigil, and so is his shield. And you see that he has a longsword, and the sword is slung on his back, and that also has the sigil on it. He has the most Hogwarts house pride you could imagine. In a loud, booming voice, he's like, "Who is in charge of this?" And he tears the quest off of the board.
The guard just sighs dramatically. God, Crydon and they're pompous. He points over at the heavily armored guy. My captain is in charge. Though I'd appreciate it, he pulls the banner back out of your hand for the quest and puts it back on the board. If you didn't break everything you come across.
There's only one person that needs to take this, and it's me. If you'd like to send other people along, they're on their own. And
Yes,
he like goes to
I'm
pat.
sending them along
He goes
with
to
the
pat
banner.
the guy on his head before walking to the captain.
What's your AC?
19.
19. Okay, let's see how this guard reacts to it. He goes to punch you in the gut. He punches you in the gut
Yeah.
and goes, "Oh!"
Yes.
as his fist cracks against your gut.
You can keep the banner for free. And he begins to walk over towards the captain. Hello!
He half picks up the banner. Ow.
I'm
Puts
here
it
to
back on
fulfill
with his
your
other
entire
hand.
quest.
The captain looks at you as you want to fill the entire quest. At this point, like Dom is sort of staggering on one point.
Yes.
Up at you and down at Dom. Well, that's 2 volunteers to go out and do some god awful shit we don't want to do.
Yes. No. It was never said I was going to volunteer. I was told I was going to be paid in booze.
Yes,
And
you're volunteering to be paid.
Okay. Right.
and as he says that, Moreland would kind of pop up out of the shadows beside everybody, holding the banner. I believe that would make 3.
The other guard's like, "Where the f is the banner?" And the captain
guys-
just looks at you, just scratches his head, just like, okay, that's 3. He takes the banner from you.
You guys just hear this stifled giggle as the guard is shouting about the banner.
Ah,
And you notice, not sat too far from the captain's table anyway, is this rather small, tightly wound and kind of really large winter coats, even though she's inside. She has all her winter gear on. Much, probably taller than Dom, but shorter than absolutely everybody else in this entire room. This kind of long dark hair that kind of drapes forward.
I gotta say, it probably won't be my proudest fat belly fucker. Right,
God,
we off?
size. Someone needs to keep these poor fools alive.
I'm not volunteering.
No,
Too bad.
none of it's volunteering. We're all getting paid.
Yes, and I am not in charge of keeping them alive. I'm just in charge of completing your quest. They're on their own.
Right. Good. Whatever. Good. Less few mouths to feed on my watch. Fine. Right. 4 of you. I'm afraid you are being volunteered. Deal with it.
Oh, if I'm getting paid.
Yes, you're getting paid. Oh, God, I hate the fact that someone actually taught you how to use common and the concept of wealth.
Is anybody actually going to ask what the job is? And
She looks at
Moreland,
Crichton and they also taught me Crichton. And she says in your native language.
The guard points at, is it Morlin?
yes, and he pulls down his cloaked hood that was covering his like black mixed with like a dark green colored scale, kind of like lined, I guess you could say.
He sort of cracks his neck and goes, yes, the other. I cried on. Wonderful, yes. The job, good. Intelligent to actually ask what the job is, though I would have just given you the banner and kicked you out and told you to deal with it yourselves. To put it bluntly, we don't have enough food.
When do you ever?
No, like, some of us are not being given any more food in the rations. We are starving. Well, try not to, but due to the fact that one of our major trade routes with your nomadic kin, he nods to you, are a little bit blockaded. Just a little bit. Some creatures have nested out in the forest and are, well, eating everything.
So it's a killing quest.
Yes.
Hey,
Classic.
hold on. Oh, you got a problem with people who just eat everything. So we might have a fucking problem there.
The guard captain just looks resigned to his fate.
Good.
You need to go and stop whatever has nested or is nesting or has decided to sit on the route that all the nomadic hunters use, and you need to kill it. Them, all of them, whatever. But because of the blood and the smell of flesh and food and whatever the hell else is out there, you have quite a few predators sat out there. And none of my boys want to get involved in that series of shenanigans.
Well,
I'm
they are all
confused.
losers.
I'm confused. This could be because you're an idiot. But if you have a problem where you're not getting food, and there are things to kill that would provide food,
Because they're scared.
so you're
Because I've
too
already lost a
scared
chunk
to-
of my guard to
Oh.
said creatures.
Right.
Oh.
I
guess
don't have
makes
that
sense.
many expendable resources. Aside from you, the rest of you are technically expendable.
Oh, so you're a coward. And an idiot.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay, well, I'm glad we've established that. You know, as long as you know what's happening, that's fine.
But
Great.
I can pay you in clothing that will keep you from freezing to death out there more efficiently than what the commoners have access to. I can also help you when dealing with... He gestures upwards behind him to some of the larger buildings. The elders, they... you grease the right palms, so to speak.
Oh, good. They've been stiffing people on prices.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Greasy palms are not good for wielding weapons.
No, but the elders are old.
But they're good for taking cash.
They don't wield weapons, they wield money and influence.
You turns her nose up.
Mm. Mm.
So keep these three alive. Clear the trade route. Is that what you're saying?
And do try to get home. Your company I actually enjoy.
She raises an eyebrow.
Shrugs.
So I'm gonna go kill everything. You three can also come.
Hey, are we going to kill stuff now? I zoned out for a second there.
No, I mean, you can come as well if you'd like to also kill things. That's fine.
And while they're
I'll do most of the
squabbling,
work.
Moreland just puts up his cloaked hood again and just starts walking out.
Yeah,
So
he's already following.
He's got the idea.
Yep. Coming. He looks down to Dom.
You know what? We're probably going to be tracking for quite a while, and I've only got little legs. So, can I sit on your shoulder?
I'll make a deal with you. You may sit on my shoulder if I can throw you as a projectile weapon.
How else am I supposed to get down?
Perfect.
Dalton climbs up.
Yep. You're going up here.
Yeah.
He picks you up.
And I now know where one of those nat ones is going.
He says, well, if you fall off, it's your own fault. I don't have straps.
Dom's drooling on your head. He's already asleep. He's...
Perfect. And he and Medar sets up after everyone else.
The instant you guys set out, Dom is woken from his immediate slumber by a flash of lightning and then a sudden, loud, dramatic roll of thunder as the lightning splits the heavens ahead of you.
Well, that's very dramatic. Look like he split the heavens. Fuck.
So can we see the stars at this point?
You can see the stars.
What constellations are overhead? In the direction that we're going.
Would you like to...
They're generally
roll
important in this
Wait,
setting.
so I gotta ask, yeah. So I was like, are you just
Okay,
trying to torture Ross,
You're
or
just
are
the
you
biggest troll ever.
To give you some context, there are no deities in this world.
Okay.
There are the constellations and the ancestors.
Okay,
Right. Okay.
cool.
Indeed.
Now I know that.
There's a whole load of spirituality which applies to very little of what you guys do, because you guys are all not interested in spirituality.
Yeah.
And
Hey, I have you
Well,
know that I am a very spiritual person. I saw a fucking burlesque show to knock your fucking socks
That's
off.
true. I was there. But
very long
it is
time
an important
ago.
question to ask whether Huggles is just trying to troll you or if that was actually relevant to anything in
oh,
this
she's
game.
trolling me, but she knows
No,
there's
no,
some
it's
person
also
troll.
irrelevant.
Which one can you see? You can see a series of 5 stars ahead of you in a vertical line, and then below them 3 crimson ones. This is known as Varusk the Bloodied. This is the omen of war.
Peek.
Wow.
And then
It's a little
imposed
bit of
behind it, you see
Hmm?
another. And imposed behind it, you see another constellation.
Mm.
That of Ossoth the Spider, known as the constellation indicative of knowledge, secrecy, trickery, and deception.
Mm.
Do you want the little foreshadowing rainbow, or are we?
I
But again, abruptly, your vision of the constellations is shattered as lightning lights the sky.
She'll turn to Dom and Meta. Well, it looks like you'll get your battle.
I would
Right.
hope so.
Stars say
That's
so.
it's our entire purpose for being here.
Or the stars lie. Who knows?
Whoa, what are you talking about? The stars.
She looks at you for a moment, kind of points to the sky. The ancestors deem it.
The ancestors, what?
They deem what? That we're going to.
I've just realized I had no idea who you are.
I am you.
I'm Medar.
No, whoa. Dude, scaly fucker. She says she's me.
She
No.
did.
Not you. You.
I don't. This is
Wait,
a
she's you?
clever trick. I don't
Scaly
understand who
fucker.
she is.
Scaly fuck.
No.
Is she you or is she me?
I don't think she's either one of us, but I'm not entirely sure what's happening here.
I'm
Hey, am
Nemo.
I?
My name is you.
Oh, right. Okay, like Dom. That's crazy. I'm Dom as well, but you already knew that because you're me.
No.
Right, this is great. Everybody, is anyone else here named Dom?
No, my name is Medar.
Medar. That's meta as fuck.
Thank you.
I need more alcohol for this.
I told you I was bringing Dom, and you didn't stop me. You didn't. There were multiple red flags that went up, and you did nothing. So this is your life now.
It's for the kids.
It was one massive one.
Josh is
Nice.
why we no longer drink on charity streams.
It's Josh's fault.
Right. So, well, apparently, stars. Did the stars tell you anything else? Did they tell you who wins?
It's me.
Holy shit! Everyone can read the stars. This is amazing.
They talk of battle, but they could be lying.
They can talk. Holy shit! I look at the stars. Hello.
You don't listen to them closely enough, I guess.
Well, I'm short. It's not my fucking fault.
I lift him up.
Maybe. Hello.
Dom, I lift you up to the stars, and I pick you up and hold you over my head.
I cry Simba. I cry.
As you look up, you realise just the back of your vision is a guard tower. The guard pokes of it. Do you mind fucking off? I'm trying to get my job done up here.
What is your...
like, I'm like same level as a guard
Yeah,
on my
he's like out
outside
the
this
window.
I grab him in a headlock and pull him like half out the window. I'm like, sing to the stars of me.
What do the stars say?
What the?
The stars say you have a job to do, and I'm going to fall off this watchtower if you don't let go of me.
Well, that sounds like you're unable to do your
I
job.
I drop him.
He
But I don't.
falls out at the watchtower.
Now, if you would kindly fuck off, I'm trying to do my job.
Fucking
Can't do
slacker.
your job, and he puts Dom back down
He
his shoulder.
sighs, and she'll walk over to the guard and heal him.
I cry mush. To Meta. And I kick him in his pectoral muscle. Mush!
Do you finally venture forth? I'm going to assume that's a collective yes, as you all allowed me
Yes.
to.
Yeah.
As I talk while I'm muted.
Moreland, while this is all going on, is actually trying to find some form of heading for us.
Okay, would you like to roll me a survival check? Oh no, 22 survival. You need to head south, following the mountains that are to your almost immediate right. If you follow the mountain trail path, you will be skirting on the edges of the forest. This is the easiest way to navigate, as the mountains and trees are visible for many, many miles over the plains that expand out in front of you.
Yep. So he just kind of looks back at everybody else and does like a small grunt, like, "We're going this way," and he just starts heading off.
Oh, good. They sent a guide with us. That works perfectly. I will get to kill much faster now. Great job. And he begins to follow the other Dragonborn.
Nice. So you guys head out. How many hours do you guys travel for before you have to look for somewhere to rest for the evening?
Medar is a tank. He doesn't need to rest at all ever.
I say evening. Obviously, this is perpetual twilight, and thunder continuously cracks in the heavens, and it begins to rain. It's cold.
What sort? Just how cold?
It's very cold. The rain.
Medar has fire in his belly and does not need to rest.
Okay, so the party collectively will force march over 200 miles without rest.
If anyone stops him, that's just what he says.
I mean, what's an average day's travel? Like eight or so hours, maybe.
Yeah. You can get I'd say you can get like a hex. I have a map in front of me. I don't know if you guys would like to see, can I? You guys should be able to see a map as well, actually, players.
Should we?
Yes, it's on the thing.
It's on the Roll20.
It is.
So
Yes.
you have just left the stronghold. I don't know if it's visible on stream, but I'm going to use this as a reference for a second, Mike.
Yeah, I'll put it on stream right now for us.
Nice, thank you very much. I haven't actually shown this off on stream yet, so
Now you get to.
yeah.
So we are at the stronghold, and we're headed where?
You are heading south. So you are in the stronghold, which is a nice blue pin with the stronghold conveniently written in big letters over it.
Yep.
And you are heading south. Quite a distance.
Okay. Do we know where we're actually going?
He indicated to you it is at a choke point between basically where the terrain is at its thinnest between the mountains and I can't read the name of the lake because of pixelation, but there is a lake just to the south.
So like right here in this area.
Yes, it's
Dope.
basically this area. If you like, just there.
Okay, cool. I dig it. And how many hexes is it a day? Is it one hex per day?
I'll give you one hex a day. Otherwise, we're going to be here for a very long time.
Okay. I know I use hexes in mine. That's what I do. It's 24 miles a hex.
25 miles on this map. So
Yeah, so that's about one a day. Cool. So yeah, I guess we'll stop. If it's that long, he has no choice but to stop. He can't just continue to walk for 7 days, 8
I mean,
days.
he could, but
Yeah.
you've taken some levels of exhaustion.
Yeah, but he'd be dead by the time he arrives to the combat.
When we like get to our first stop, Dom like gets off of Medar and is just like, I am fucking knackered. Oh, gee.
It has been a harrowing journey. Yes.
Yeah.
And like as the whole traveling thing goes, Moreland's a very like not. He keeps fairly quiet, keeps to himself. So as he's like leading the pack, when it comes to like the time to stop, he doesn't say anything. He literally just kind of stops, looks around, and just walks to an area that like looks kind of sheltered and starts pitching up his tent.
You doesn't pitch up a tent at all. She will collect a few rocks and then she puts her hand on the ground and she kind of pulls it up, and as she does, kind of the fire comes up with it.
You do
That's
what I
cool.
think you're going to do. Is this the bonfire thing?
Yes, I create
Ah.
a bonfire
Dope. I like it.
in the middle of our.
As for the first
then
time,
she-
even though it is raining, you are slightly sheltered in the trees as you create a small camp. And for the first time, heat enters your bones as the fire burns quite happily in the center of your camp.
You all should sleep. I shall stay up.
For the entire of the night, or
I don't sleep.
that's weird. What do you do
I've been
instead?
told that before. I read. I watch.
You watch
I
her
repair
sleep?
metals.
Hey, hold on, you're gonna watch her sleep?
No, that would be weird.
I know, I do some fucking strange stuff in my sleep. You don't want to be watching, trust me.
I'm quite sure I don't.
I believe
You can
him.
watch it. You can watch if you want. I won't tell anybody.
I should
Med-
prepare for things that might kill us. I don't like being stuck in the river, and we have to go closer to it. The lake, even.
giant lizard guy,
Yes.
where are we sleeping?
Here. And he just sort of plops down next to the fire.
Is he wearing a bag?
No. He's
Damn.
wearing a shield and a sword.
Cool. Is his shield across his back, or has he just been walking with it?
It's across his back.
Yeah, cool. I'm gonna like help wrestle his shield off his back. Be super helpful. So he can like lay down.
Yeah.
But then I'm going to use it to lay on, and like I'm just really like just cut up and be like right, night.
Yeah,
And
you see that he like the cloak, the thick cloak he's wearing, that the cape is attached to. He like unfurls that, and as he unfurls, it's this huge like blanket-esque cloak that he's wearing, and all inside of it is still that same house sigil all around it, like terrible wallpaper. And he just sees you laying down and says, "This is not for you. This is for my shield," and places the blanket over the two of you.
Just the most unnatural sounds come from underneath the blanket.
Why is it wet?
Use
There's
it.
questions we can't ask.
I literally unmuted, remember Twitch terms of service, and remuted myself.
Send help. So we have you, who's going to stay up and take watch. Dom, who has just conveniently gone unconscious. Medar has given his cloak to his shield, and Dom, you're muted, Mike. So that gesture and that nice speech was
for all term.
I was just stretching. It's a massive cloak, so it stretches over both of them.
So cool. So you curl up in your cloak.
Cuddling, yeah.
Nice. Morlin, what do you do? You in your tent.
Yep, yeah. So my tent is pitched fairly close to this fire, and he's just hanging out, staying nice and toasty in his little tent, all curled up in his bedroll and such.
Nice. Okay, so Morlin's the one that's sheltered for the night, as I have to roll the next weather effect for you guys. I actually have to roll weather in this setting as well, guys, because some of these weather effects are beyond unpleasant.
I like it.
Keep in mind, guys.
I just tried to roll in Twitch chat, ladies and gentlemen, so don't do what I have done.
The tent is a standard two-person tent, so it's much larger for one person.
So, as the night progresses, the thunder abates and the rain stops. However, the wind picks up once more, and it continues its near perpetual howling as large snowflakes settle around you as it begins to blizzard. Would anyone not currently in shelter like to roll me some Constitution saving throws, please? As you snooze in a blizzard.
I'm in shelter, right?
A cloak and a shield don't protect you from this particular weather, I'm afraid.
You know what? Fuck you, Ross. I'm never going camping with you again.
We've been camping.
We were drunk.
That
was it? Do you say con save?
Yeah.
Yes, please.
I'm a hardened alcoholic. I have a good con save. Fuck you.
Yep. I also have a good one. I rolled a 10.
Rolled a 10.
If it would start getting bad, she would kind of wake Lauren and ask if she could move in there.
You can come in here.
So
I'm fine, thank you.
Plenty of room.
Morlin just would kind of give a little grunt and just kind of shift over, if anything, and just leave more room.
So, yeah, she'll back into the tent.
Cool. Leaving the other two out with a cold. Dom and Medar, you guys can both take 6 cold damage.
Dope.
No.
That's too bad.
Dom just wakes up, like, looks up at the stars. No.
I disbelieve the cold.
Fuck you.
You get cold as that fire in your belly doesn't save you from the cold.
That's fine. I'll be fine.
So you guys,
okay.
I'm just gonna double check there's no other horrible winter effects I can inflict on you guys because I'm not a nice person.
I've seen that table. I know there are.
That one me. Oh, severe cold. Here it is. Okay. So you guys wake up the following morning. It is still blizzarding. I see you wake up. Medar, Dom, you find yourselves under a couple of feet of snow. So you wake up to snow.
Ah. Dom makes yellow snow.
Inside the cloak and on the shield.
Oh man,
Why is the cloak wet and warm?
why is it wet in here? Yeah, I think so. If we're under a bunch of snow, I think like Medar just kind of gets up. He just like rises up in the snow, and just like comes off him, and he just kind of digs his way out, and then just sort of reaches in and grabs the cloak and the shield and just pulls them both out.
You put your hand in a wet patch.
Yeah,
Dom,
Well, it's
it's
snow,
all
everything's
wet
wet.
because it's snow,
Snow.
Dom. But like Dom, there's a warm patch.
Yeah.
As you pull Dom, like it's like when you've got like something bundled up in something, and you pull a sheet very fast, and he just tumbles out like at extreme speed, and then sort of skips across the snow and then vanishes.
and he like adjusts. He puts the cloak back, the shield back on, and he's like, "I need to dry this." And he holds it near. Well, I guess the fire's gone now. But he looks back.
Actually, because it's magical fire, it's still there.
Oh, it's magical fire. That's right. And he will hold the cloak just open and out in front of the fire, rotating it around, trying to dry off the cloak from the snow.
They add a tag to your cloak. It smells like piss.
Perfect. That's a strange odor.
Smells like halfling pee. Good job.
It smells like a tiny person.
So, Morlin and you both in a tent. You don't wake up because you're still conscious. Morlin, you wake up. There's snow, but you're by the fire, so it doesn't particularly bother you, and you're in a tent.
Yeah, he's pretty used to kind of being out in the, away from society and civilization, all that lovely stuff. So he doesn't really think much on it, and he just kind of sits by the fire waiting for you to exit the tent for him to then pack it up.
You will firstly cast Mage Armor on herself for the morning. And then she'll kind of wander out, sit by the fire, have some breakfast.
Nice. So you guys will all sit down and have your breakfast rations. And you look up, it's snowing. You can't see the stars. It's still this odd perpetual twilight. So you can still kind of see where you're going. You can still see where you're going. Like, it's not affecting your vision, but it's not sunny. It's not nighttime either. It's that odd in between. This is how the setting is. So, and you guys can set off again if you wish to continue traveling.
Yeah, once we have our food and all that kind of fun stuff, yeah, it makes sense to pick up.
Yeah.
Okay.
I remount the mount.
Yeah, he picks you back up, and as you sit, you notice that the still not dry and smelly part is where you're sitting now.
He
on my
dabs.
This is why we can't have nice things.
Terrible.
Horrible, appalling.
Missed
So,
the opportunity to hunt him in the snow then. For that.
You dumped him in the snow, just walked away. No one would have noticed. So you guys head off. You have your bearings because conveniently you know where you're going, and you were progressing on the boundary of the forest. The plains expanding off to your left. Once mighty spires of ice, you can see in the distance, they cracked and broken, and a lake extends. You can just sort of see where the terrain dips enough to be the lake. And you guys can roll me perception checks.
Can do.
No.
Mike, I expend one of my nat 20s.
For you?
For me.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, you guys can keep track of those things. I believe you. I have full faith in you.
So I have 2 nat 20s and 2 nat 1s to dish out.
Yeah.
The nat 20s is specifically for me, yeah? So
The nat 20s are for you, yeah. All of our nat 20s are for us, and the nat 1s are for you to bring out, and you have one left.
Okie dokie.
I rolled bad.
Dom,
Yep.
on a 25, you see a glowing light to one side, and you can roll me a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. A 5.
You suddenly feel the urge to go and pursue that light into the forest.
So basically, nothing different from if I would have passed that wisdom saving throw.
Yes.
No change. When you said it, I was like, if this is to choose whether or not I chase it regardless.
The difference is, though, is you are compelled to use your dash action to do so as well. You have to be at that light ASAP, fam.
Can I first, like, in the interest of getting there faster, can I try something else? I'm still trying to go towards it. Can I grab Medar's like face, turn him, and just be like that way? And if he doesn't go in that way immediately, I'll jump off him and run.
Medar, do you attempt to resist Dom turning your head to look at something?
No, he's a tiny lookout.
Yeah.
Okay, roll me a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
I don't just fuck myself, I fuck the entire party.
You see the light. You must be at that light as soon as possible. It must be an enemy with which you must vanquish.
Right. So my first order is to
charge.
Is to grab him and throw him as hard as I can, and then chase after him.
At the light.
Yeah,
Okay.
at the light. Yeah.
Like I cooperate entirely, and like I ball myself into like a tight little ball to be launched.
And as pre-stated, the first now one that I had to give out goes on this throw.
Yeah. Perfect. So I grab him. He turns my head. I see the light. I grab him overhead and chuck him as hard as I can, and then just start running towards the light. There is a demon! As I shout towards it. The beast lies this way.
Dom, you have disadvantage on a strength saving throw as you take some damage.
Perfect.
23.
I see your disadvantage.
I see your disadvantage, and I raise you.
Stupidly
high rolls.
A lifetime of just lifting weights in jail.
Help if I actually specified the dice I wish to roll. You can take 32 damage.
32 damage? Wait.
Yep.
At disadvantage with a 23.
You are not grappled. You are bitten by something.
Oh.
And then you hit the ground. It doesn't grapple you.
I'm bitten by something. Okay. Right.
What
is it?
I click this button. I remove the people who are already in here. And I ask you all for some initiative, as I have to remember all of your names because I'm
there's Dom, there's Meta, and then there's the sneaky one who doesn't talk very much. The Rudy McDoody.
And I really wish I could give Josh disadvantage for days for that one.
But it's spelled like DOODY.
Yeah.
Duty.
Disadvantage.
Hmm?
Like DM inspiration, but the inspiration, I guess.
Yeah. A DM slap.
Yeah. Timeout.
Okay. Yeah, DM timeout. You done bad.
Yeah.
So Medar and Dom are both charmed by this creature.
Sweet.
As I'm gonna put at least a Mickey take on its name just in here for you, so you can see what it's called. As I'll roll its initiative. In that ones, like a boss.
Perfect.
I hate my life. Okay, cool. So, Medar, unfortunately you are charmed, so you will at the end of your turn get to do a wisdom saving throw, but you have to throw yourself at this light for your turn.
Okay, yeah. So I charge full in at this thing. How far away is it?
It's like 200 feet.
Okay, cool.
You have thrown the halfling quite a distance because it's a halfling.
Yes.
Mm.
And you are a dragonborn, so.
And I skipped, I skimmed,
yes. It was graceful. So you have seen Dom get pitched through the air into the forest, and you have seen Medar take off at haste into the forest. Do you look in the direction with which they are traveling?
damn it.
He's fairly experienced now, but I think it'd be instinctual to glance. Yeah.
So you can roll me a wisdom saving throw. The DC on this is pathetic. You guys you are charmed by this creature. You must now use everything you have to go in that direction. God, you guys.
Perfect, guys.
When
We're gonna win.
You meet the first ambush predator, and you guys are like, the light.
When
Go
you say
towards the light, my children.
everything,
You must dash.
I can. Do I have to use my action as well? I can literally get there in 1 round.
You're compelled to use. It just says the dash action, but I believe if you're capable of that, you have to get there. Like the dash is the expression of every base character's ability to run a lot further than normal. It is the I will use everything I have to get there. So if you have something that gets you there quicker, be my guest.
I use fast step. And Morden, you just see her kind of. It's kind of black smoke, just kind of going around her for a second, and she's gone. And she appears down the line, and then she's gone again, and she'll have overtaken Pride and Meta and Dom, and then she disappears again, and she's like 120 feet away, closer to this.
And as you end your turn, you can roll me another wisdom saving throw. Because you have to use your action to do that. 11. That's not going to help you, I'm afraid. Dom, that light is above you. You must get to it, regardless of what else is there.
Okay, what else is there? What else is there?
Nothing else matters, just the light.
Okay, I rage, and I is it above, like right above me? Can I jump? I'm tiny. Can I jump?
It's conveniently like 9 feet in the air.
Okay, is there anything I can run up that is nearby?
In a forest.
I'm gonna go straight up the nearest tree and launch myself at it whilst raging.
So
I have 45 feet of movement. I am a quick fucking halfling.
So you land on a thing that is floating.
What
the
is
light is dangling. This thing is a huge. It's not quite a fish. It's got an armored shell.
I know it's an anglerfish, Ross. I'm not an idiot. But what is this? And can I separate it from whatever? Because like I need to claim it. So can I cut it free from
on the
whatever?
light? But you just have to get the light. You must have your face in that light.
Can I eat the light?
You can certainly try.
Can I eat the light, Ross? I eat the light. If it's in me, it couldn't be any closer.
You could roll me dexterity.
Fucking yes. Oh, I'm gonna eat the light. This ambush predator was not prepared for what it was ambushing. I will fucking eat it. With love. 17.
You're indeed correct. It was not expecting to be eaten as you consume the light source.
So, am I now a glowing halfling?
You're indeed glowing as your skull becomes semi-translucent from the light.
What have you done?
I put it in my mouth.
I throw you away for 2 seconds and you eat a glowing light.
Basically, Dom is now holding the stalk of an anglerfish and has just gone, I'm going to eat that light. So he shoved the light into his mouth. So as you and Medar continue to make them
chewing damage, please?
You can roll chewing damage.
Thank you. What is my
improvised weapon? So a D4.
It's not a D4. It's a D6. No, wait. It's D.
Do you have Tavern Brawler?
Yes, I have Tavern Brawler.
It's a D4.
Okay, 1 D4.
I guess teeth are an improvised weapon.
And then I actually get Strength plus Rage.
Josh is happy because he is playing Dom, and Dom is eating something he shouldn't be eating.
That's max damage. I do 11 damage. Fucking.
There is a small whimper of pain. Not that you notice.
What is this? What's happening right now?
I don't even know, and I'm the DM.
God damn
anyway,
it.
So, Dom, at the end of your turn, you can roll me a wisdom saving throw.
Okay, right. For the Opera Geek, I was there was an anglerfish and it dangled a glowing light in front of my face, so I am now eating the glowing light because I failed my wisdom saving throw. That's a 14.
You meet the DC.
I'm
As
still eating it.
You stop, you realize what you're eating, and you glance down to one side to see a row of rather terrifying teeth. But you're raging, so you don't give a shit.
Cool. I'm also So
You are holding this thing by the stalk. Uh-oh.
No. It's literally just like, oh, maybe it wants my light. I'm gonna have to kill it. I'm gonna try and chew my way. I need to separate it from the stalk. That's my plan, and then we'll deal with everything else afterwards. I need the light first.
Okay.
I don't want anyone to roll anything else. I just want to see Dom chew through this anglerfish.
This is why we call him nice things. It says, Dom, as your turn ends, we go to Medar. Mike, your character expends all of... You're muted for a
How
start,
far
so...
am I from this thing?
You're a fighter?
Yeah.
For the purposes of comedy, I will give you an action and bonus dash.
Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna charge
your
up this thing.
character wants to see this.
Yeah.
I want you to see this.
So I'm just charging up to this thing, and I assume I just see a glowing Dom hanging in the air.
There is a Dom hanging in the air that is indeed
His whole
glowing.
head is glowing.
You realize that Dom has the light that you must have.
I must have it.
Dom has it.
And Dom has it.
Grab Dom and pull.
How far up in the air is Dom?
How tall is your Dragonborn?
I mean, I assume Dragonborns are like 7 feet tall.
A Dragonborn actually can vary between 6.5 feet to 9 feet tall.
Okay, so like
I'm
7.5, 8 feet tall then, yeah.
You can reach up and you can grab him by the waist if you are so inclined.
Okay. I'm so inclined.
You're so inclined.
So inclined.
Okay. What would you like to do?
So I grab him by the waist and with one hand kind of yank him down, and I reach to my belt and grab the hand axe, and I immediately start to hand axe whatever is coming out of his mouth.
The stalk.
Yeah, because I need to take Dom with me.
That moment when you dangle something for a party and they're like, steal, and then they kill you for it, and you're like, oh.
Yeah, because if Dom has consumed the light, and I need the light, now I need Dom.
You need Dom.
Yeah. So I'm going to ask this guy a question. There's a nat 1 in there, but that I assume that 23 hits this thing.
The 23 does indeed hit. You can roll me damage.
10 damage as I am slashing into this thing with the hand axe.
Can he roll a strength to try and separate, to try and pull Dom? So, because I'm biting.
We'll do the nat 1 first, and then we'll roll.
Okay.
Nat 1, Dom, you take some damage.
I take half of that.
Mike, would you like to roll me damage on the second attack?
Sure. 13.
Dom, you take half of whatever that is.
You take 6.
Enjoy that. Then you can roll me. I'm assuming you would like to do opposed athletics.
Me or Dom?
Both of you, because I'm assuming Dom doesn't want to let go of the light, and you're pulling Dom off of the light.
Oh no, I'm pulling the light.
No. We're tearing it, and this thing is coming. It's basically trying to hold on to it. It's trying to. So I'm going to grant. Okay. I'm going to give assistance to him by biting down, and together we're going to tear this thing off.
Yeah. I assume that Dom has consumed the light, and this thing is trying to get it out of him. But I'm okay with Dom being the light, and I'm just going to keep Dom forever now.
Yeah.
Okay, you can roll me your strength.
All right, athletics. Athletics with advantage.
Yeah, I'll give that to you.
With advantage.
Oh my God, Josh!
Oh my God!
So
I re-roll. No, I re-roll because I'm. I get to re-roll because
you're granting him advantage.
Yes, but I get to re-roll on my nat 1 because
if you assist him, you're granting him advantage. So it's his roll.
Yes, it's my roll.
Yeah, but
your roll wouldn't have happened because you're assisting him and granting advantage, not actually doing the thing. You're holding on.
Yeah, but I'd still re-roll my nat 1 because I re-roll.
You do because you're half it.
Okay.
But you wouldn't roll because you don't need to.
Yeah, so your
action. I don't.
Yeah, you don't roll to begin with. Yeah, your action is to assist, which gives me.
Okay. I see.
On a 14, you hear a pop.
How many teeth?
A ripping sound.
How many teeth
as
did Dom
you
just lose?
pull the light free from this thing's forehead, and suddenly you're cradling a bioluminescent Dom. I can't believe I'm asking this, and I apologize because this is going to skirt slightly on the edges here. Dom, do you swallow?
Of course. Dom's a gentleman.
Okay. Dear God, send help. Dom is now glowing from his guts.
Yep. And
You see like a Tom and Jerry moment where Tom's throat bulges.
and then you can see the glow just go down. Yep. And Medar just takes him and tucks him under his arm.
Medar, you can roll me a wisdom saving throw at the end of your turn.
Perfect. Oh man.
This is going to help Dom pick up so many ladies. Because he just walks
0.
in while he's glowing and women have to pass a wisdom saving throw.
Dom is the single greatest treasure in all of the world. You must continue to protect him.
Yep. Sounds good. Perfect.
You ignore everything else.
Good.
Okay. But that's okay, because Dom's going to be in trouble in a second.
Morlin, you have just... the last thing you saw was you go, I will be back, and bamf out of there. Just disappear in black sort of magical smoke and did her fast stepping. And you've heard shenanigans.
No, I have what I came for. We should press on. Where did the...
Morlin,
Just the two of us.
hang on a second. Morlin, do you look in the direction within which the entire party has just disappeared?
Yeah. I'm curious to see where everybody went.
You can roll me a wisdom saving throw.
Sure.
You see a glowing Dom, and then you see a very large floating fish-like creature. You immediately go, oh, that thing's about to eat them, while they're all obsessed with the glowing Dom.
Okay. How far away is the fish from me at this point?
You've probably got to go at like 200 feet. Like you gotta run.
Yeah. So I'll use dash as well as my bonus action to dash again, and that should get me 120 feet.
Yep. So you get a good distance. I'll let you move a little bit further because they are probably not going to be very impressed with you. So I'll let you. You're within about 40 feet of them at this point.
Okay. And yeah, that's pretty much all I can do is just try to close the gap in.
Mm-hmm. Do you wish to try and communicate with your compatriots?
No, he's not really interested in what they're trying to do right now.
Perfect.
Okay. Perfect. Wonderful. Is that the end of your turn, Morin?
Yeah, that's all I can do right now.
The glowy fish that's no longer glowy because you guys have stolen its glow. It is mildly irritated you have stolen its glow and also doesn't like the fact it's disrespected.
Literally, I beg it to eat me. That would literally be the dumbest thing it could possibly do at this point, would be eat Dom. Because then Dom is inside it and Medar wants to get inside it. I need this to happen.
I had a player accidentally kill another player when they last tried to fight these things. So it will try and bite Medar as you are the one possessing the thing that has stolen its light.
That makes sense.
20.
That just hits.
And just hits you. These are all homebrew creatures, by the way, guys. The ones you've seen so far. This thing, essentially. Which was created by a guy who works with Lawsmith. And some of the things this man has created are truly, truly terrifying. As you take 14 damage as it bites into you.
Ow.
Mm-hmm. I'll let you have a wisdom saving throw as it bites you. Mike, what's this? I was like, if he passes, I'm giving him the nat 1, but no, I don't even need to. Okay, cool. That's all the anglerfish can do.
You're welcome.
You're up. You're also muted, so I can't hear you.
Damn it. I will, I guess, bonus action get the last little bit. Towards them.
Yep.
And then I'm going to continuously poke Dom.
Okay. Is that aggressively poke him, as you must possess the light that is within him? It is within his flesh.
Yes.
It's a vicious poking. Okay. Which stat would you like to use to
how
poke
to get the
Dom?
light out of Dom?
Which stat would you like to use for poking viciously? Dexterity or strength?
Strength.
Okay. Well, you don't miss, but you just don't hurt him. You poke him in the gut. Dom, it
Trying to
tickles.
work out how to get it out of Dom.
Dom opens his mouth to laugh, and just light comes out like a fucking beam, like he's a lighthouse. Rah.
Fabulous.
It's like David Lopan, just light comes out.
Dom's internals don't function like normal internals. There's no like intestinal tract or anything like that. It's a straight shot to his stomach. It's just straight down.
To his liver.
Yeah, to his liver.
What have I unleashed on this poor world?
You can see like all of his organs are like perfectly lit up, and then his liver just hasn't lit up at all. It's just dark.
Okay. Wonderful. You, at the end of your turn, you can make me a wisdom saving throw. As I raise that shard of light instance. On a 19, you begin to realize this is not the only thing in your immediate vicinity as you continue to poke Dom in the gut. There is a thing looming over you that normally has a light stalk attached to it. You're muted.
Normally has one attached.
She looks left, kind of panics a little.
You are looking up at an angler behemoth. It looks pissed. It's bleeding from its forehead.
Yeah.
Blame the monk.
Uh-huh.
Doki, which take us to Dom.
Dom realizes something wants to take his light, and I'm going to. How big is this thing?
This thing is it is huge.
Okay, I'm going to throw myself at it as hard as I can.
Okay, Medar, would you like to make me a strength saving throw? And Dom, would you like to make me a strength or an athletics check?
Okay.
As Medar is holding you and wants to keep you where you are.
Make mine an advantage. So actually,
Nice.
Wow.
by all.
Raging. So, Medar, the thing that you must possess out of all things has just launched itself out of your arms and is throwing itself towards a creature you hadn't noticed till now, because the light is more important to you, but now it threatens your light. As your light now threatens it.
Is it close enough that I can get to?
You've thrown yourself at it. Like, you could punch it if you really want to.
Oh, you best believe. There might be more light in this thing. I'm going to begin a series of very violent attacks. So let's start with. I don't have stunning strikes up, motherfucker. That's annoying. There it is.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is amusing because he ported his pre-gen Dom sheet to the Roll20 today.
Yeah, this is well, like loads of stuff didn't transfer, which is really annoying. There we go. So, cleric problems. Oh, don't even talk to me about cleric problems. If I ever have to port another cleric and watch the...
I feel like everyone in chat understands what we're coming from with this.
Oh, God. So, starting at 5th level, when I hit another creature with a melee weapon attack, 1 key point stunning strike. Fantastic. Let's do this. Where's my punch?
Where have you left it?
I'm going to use my shiv for the first attack. That's a nat 20.
The lucky shiv. Okay, roll me down.
It's my lucky shiv. That's 14 plus 6.
20. Nice.
And then I'm going to punch it, and I'm going to demand it to do the thing.
Is it a Constitution save by any chance?
It is a con save.
What's the DC I have to get to, Josh?
It is a 14.
It is not stunned.
It is not stunned. However, I am going to flurry of blows this motherfucker. So it's uno, dos.
You do not hit.
What? A 28 doesn't hit?
Oh, the first one hits. The 14 doesn't. Sorry, I did not see the first one.
9.
It looks like it didn't enjoy that as you would crack as you punch it.
And oh wait, instead of rolling damage, I can grapple it, can't I? That's how with Tavern Brawler.
You can, but you have to expend your bonus action to grapple. And
Oh, okay. In which case, yeah. So I'll run up and punch it. So Dom literally like stabs.
So to paint the scene for you, Josh, you have thrown yourself out of a Dragonborn's arms up into this thing. You buried your shiv into what looks like its head, and then just wailed on it with a punch.
Yes. And now
I'm hanging from it by a shiv.
Yes, I. Is there like an eye I can see?
Yes, you punched it.
I punched its eye.
Yes.
I punch it, and then realizing that it's like clear and like milky and transparent, like a fish, like it's almost like glass. Maybe it's a window. Maybe I can see inside it more light. So like Dom is now just peering into this eye, like right in its face, just like, I think there's more light in here.
I don't get drunk enough for these sessions. Okay. At the end of your turn, you're still charmed by the light within you. But you possess the light, so I'll give you a wisdom saving throw advantage.
No, I passed.
Oh, you passed?
Yeah, I passed. But now I want more light. It's not a matter of being charmed. I just want it.
Okay, as your turn ends, this thing does maybe have more light in it indeed inside it. I'll give you that because this thing generates bioluminescence. So, well. Medar, we come to your turn. As the light hangs by a shiv.
From what part of this thing?
The light has lodged itself on this thing's forehead, just above its maw, and you see it's punched it in the eye.
And is the maw open?
Yes.
Perfect.
It's also dripping halfling blood.
Okay.
Because it bit it before.
Then it is a danger that my light could fall into the maw of this thing, and this thing must be able to close its mouth. So I'm going to run up to this thing, and as I do, I draw the longsword and the shield, and I'm going to close its mouth.
With the longsword?
Yeah.
Okay.
Fucking goddamn it. Fucking goddamn it!
You miss.
This is bullshit.
Look at what you're hitting, not at the light, for God's sake.
So here's what's happening. Yeah, he runs up and he's just staring at Dom, and he's just slashing at the mouth. You can hear it like, shink,
be glad I don't
teeth.
give you that a disadvantage of being distracted.
Like, swipes like horizontally through, but the mouth is open, so just like,
Yep, exactly.
Anything else from you, Mike?
Sadness as a free action.
And you can roll me a wisdom save throw at the end of your turn.
Okay.
You must still possess Dom on this light.
by one.
Yeah.
Morlin. You can see all the shenanigans going on in front of you, Morlin, as you finally reach where they are. What would you like to do?
Muted, Ryan.
Muted.
Yep. Sorry, I would clear my throat for a second. So, Medar's in combat with it currently, and Dom is at risk of being eaten by it.
Dom is hanging from its forehead with it. He embedded. You saw him sort of leap out of Medar's arms, embed his shiv in this thing's forehead, hang there for a second, and go, "I want to punch it." Punched it right in the eye, and is just hanging there, peering into it as if it's see-through. It's only partially transparent.
Right. Yep. Moreland doesn't waste too much time. He gets up behind this thing and he attempts to sneak attack it.
Nice. You roll advantage because they are you are flanking, sir. You hit.
All right. So initial damage is 12, followed by another 15.
So would you like to describe how you kill a floating angler behemoth?
So yeah, Moreland just kind of, as he's running by it, pulls out his bone rapier and just kind of lets the tip of it grace along the side, just like giving this nice slicing effect almost. As he runs up to, I guess, more of the base of his spine, like the back end of it towards the tail more, and he just like jabs it right through.
So you impale this thing through its back, through its exposed flank as you sort of nip past the tail. You hear what sounds like a prolonged fart as this thing expends the gas reserves that was keeping it upright. as Dom suddenly falls and is now barely inches in the ground as your head kind of snaps down as the fish, Dom, everything hits the ground with a thud. And you guys come out of initiative order because you are no longer fighting anything as this thing is dead in front of you.
I immediately go over and pick up Dom and tuck him back under my arm and turn back to everyone else.
Wisdom saving throw again.
Sure.
As 6 seconds pass.
Sure.
You are still possessed to. You must have this
Yes.
light. You must continue to possess Dom until the end of time,
Yep,
as far
so
as you're
I
concerned.
tuck him up under there, and I say, well, this was a interesting endeavor. We must, now that I have this tiny treasure, we must protect it, and I don't think this was the beast that we were assigned to kill. So onward.
Yeah, as you look around, Yu's not there. She has disappeared and is about 40 foot away now.
Well, more than just you and I then, I believe.
And he just kind of walks off.
Perfect. Well, I am tiny.
Who's walking with them? She's just...
The weather does not change. It continues to blizzard around you as you move through the trees. Would you like to progress for another day?
Yes. If we can, please.
Would you like to roll me a series of wisdom saves, Spike?
I don't want to roll you anything else. I can't roll
Do
above
you
a
want
10.
to roll me wisdom saves until you bloody pass?
No.
Suck it!
Do you roll and pass? Please
I
tell me.
rolled a.
You nat 20.
Literally, it didn't come up on my screen.
I rolled a nat
So-
20.
You begin walking away, and for a moment you like, I've got the light, you've got the light, and another 6 seconds passes. You hold Dom out in front of you, with both hands, and you stop and you go, "Why am I holding a halfling that's glowing?" What do you do as you're holding this halfling that's glowing? You don't know why you wanted him 30 seconds ago.
Dom just, like, as you, like, suddenly hold him out in front, Dom's like, can I see on his shoulders again? He's still glowing.
Yes.
I'll be a great lookout. Look, I open my mouth and, like, a spotlight out into the darkness.
Yes.
And I'm basically going to just get up on his shoulders and, like, I'm just gonna be like, I need to stretch my legs. And so Dom is just standing there on your shoulder, but he's wobbling. So, like, around it, like a lighthouse in the dark.
Like in a circle, though, but it's only in front of you. It's just around.
So I just, like, stretch and look around, and there's just this lighthouse.
Yeah, he puts you right up there. Now you're just standing over his head, and he says, well, this has been a productive day, I believe. Moreland, how far out are we from where we need to be? Should be there
Many
any minute now.
days.
Many days? Oh. All right. Where's the other one?
She's
I
walking
don't
behind
actually.
you.
I don't actually care. And
He hears that.
And he starts walking again. He remembers that he told everyone that they're on their own.
How does Dom look?
Like this.
Speaking of which, you
How
can roll
written
me
is
wisdom
Dom?
saving throw. You continue to give me wisdom saving throws till you pass.
I
one
passed.
Oh, you passed. Oh, yeah, you did. Sorry, that's my memory going. Cool. So you guys continue to progress. You guys make good time after your small amount of shenanigans. Dom, you can roll me a Constitution saving throw as you begin to digest bioluminescence.
Oh, yes. I'm going to spend one of my nat 20s.
On that 20, I will ask you the one question that I don't actually want to know the answer to. Dom, what would you like to happen as you digest bioluminescence?
What color bioluminescence is it?
Brown.
Which color would you like least?
What color would I like? There's no bioluminescent color that Dom would not like to be, I'm afraid.
Okay, you are neon pink.
I am neon pink. It flows like it's in his blood, like it's in his veins. It's like everywhere. You can see everything. The only part of him that is not glowing at the moment, like lit from within by a circulatory system that is full of Christmas lights, is his liver, which is just pitch black.
I have two questions for you for the sake of comedy. High or low?
Dom's all about high.
Okay, so high. So roll me a D100.
38.
Your body integrates bioluminescence into its integral makeup. From now on, your major veins and arteries glow neon pink.
Yep. This is good.
You shed dim light for 30 feet.
I don't have dark vision. This is perfect. I am now Morlin's least favorite person. I am glowing.
Okay, so you guys progress for another day. It's easy travel. The blizzard admittedly makes things slightly difficult. As you begin to reach the day's end, I say day and night, but of course it's almost perpetually twilight here. So it's like it's a physical day and night. Like when your body begins to become tired, you rest, and then you progress once you've rested long enough. You reach a point where Morlin and Medar, you begin to grow tired. Dom has been enthused about his new bioluminescence for so long, you're not sure whether or not he will just stay awake for the rest of the year.
Yeah. Like,
But
there's also like
shelter.
Dom tries to cheekily pee off Medar's back at one point. It's just glowing everywhere, and he's like, "Oh, fuck!" But he started, so he can't start. There's a whole.
It's just happening
It's not
now.
so.
Now it's happening, and no one wants it to happen.
So you're all aware you must find shelter at this point because unfortunately for Morlin, the tent is not sufficient for a blizzard condition. You have to find some sort of underground hovel within which you may cower for the night. Night, of course, being relative for the rest period.
All right. Would I be able to do a survival check to determine if there's something nearby?
You would indeed. Well, at 22, you do indeed find a warren, which is it's sort of a cave system. Doesn't quite look natural, but as you move into it, the cave is fairly deep. It is indeed sheltered a great deal from the weather. However, you are not sure whether or not this was actually lived in by a creature of some sort. Like, you don't know if they'll be back, but it's warm, relatively warm.
Well,
But you found a place.
it's the best I've been able to find.
He kind of looks to the rest of the group and nods as he walks in. And just starts getting some form of a makeshift camp set up.
This looks perfect. What we do is we can take Dom and place him right here. And he puts you at the entrance to the hole. And everyone will be terrified to come in.
You find a place where the smoke will filter out, and then she'll create fire for us.
Okay. So you want to set up with relative efficiency a makeshift camp with a nice little bonfire in the middle, and you guys can rest. I will ask this as a precaution. I'm assuming you guys leave you to do the whole take watch because the rest of you need to rest, and she apparently doesn't sleep because she's a weirdo.
Mm-hmm.
Not so much in this instance for Morlin. So first, Morlin would actually try to find like the darkest little nook of something that he can do his resting in. So he's more or less going to stealthily rest.
Okay, so the cave does actually sort of take a corner, if you will. It moves as it slowly declines. It moves round sort of a gentle bend. There is an area you could sleep in that is out of sight of the main entrance, in shadow and darkness.
So he would do his rest period there, but for just the general duration that he needs to actually sleep for. After that, he's going to be trying to keep an eye out.
Okay.
So he is going to have some bit of a guard watch.
So Dom just passes out because Dom's Dom. Medar.
Yes. So with Dom no longer, or with Dom providing a light source to scare off people, he lays the shield down, lays on top of the shield, and covers himself in his now slightly smelly blanket.
Slightly used blanket. Ugh, Dompy. Where would you like to situate yourself in this cave?
Before she does, she goes to Madar. I could clean that for you if you would like.
Clean what?
She gestures to the blanket.
Oh, it does have a strange odor. Yes, I assumed it was just traveling smells. But here, if you could. And he holds this giant like king size blanket out.
She'll take it, and as she passes her night, she is.
As she attempts to cast prestidigitation, you can roll me a D100.
Don't you do it.
Damn it! Don't take this from me. That's my one thing.
The spell stutters and fails.
I don't like this place.
Well, as I thought. It is just simple traveling stains and smells. It's nothing nefarious. I wouldn't waste your magical abilities.
She's gonna put her hand on Dom and try healing him from her healing pool.
From her healing pool?
Yeah, with her healing light.
Works fine.
Okay.
That's an ability, not a spell.
Dom wakes up, looks at you. Why are you touching me while I'm sleeping?
You feel better, Dom, after she's touched you.
Dom lights up a cigarette.
Where'd you get a cigarette from? And from you all the time, Dom?
He had them before he ended up in this world. He's only got a small pack of smokes left, and he just.
Dom, you can roll me a D100 as you attempt to light the smokes.
Oh. A 55.
Continuity gods pat you gently on the head and remove your cigarettes from your possession, and offer you a wooden pipe and some tobacco leaves in place.
Dom manages to figure out how to just. Was it good for you? I slept through most of it.
It worked. She's completely oblivious to what you mean.
He looks down. I'm proud of you. And goes back to sleep.
I can't even. For anyone who uses headphones, I would like to apologise for the fact that you said Joshua laugh. It's my ears now ring.
So I don't apologize for anything that has happened today.
I bet you don't. So
she wants to try one more thing. She's gonna go out.
That sounds really awkward now.
You gotta give me like some time to drink some orange juice or something.
So you guys, what would you like to do before I move the scene on gently?
Outside.
You want to go outside?
Yeah. She wants to try
Okay, what would
casting
you
one
like?
more spell.
Okay, you can go outside. Would you like to know what the weather is as you venture out?
Really fucking cold?
Aside from that, because it's always perpetually really damn cold.
No. Right, is it hail?
I don't know yet, which is why I've got to roll the dice. 6. It's let's scroll back up because a 6 is over the boundary that I thought it was. It actually is. It is indeed razor hailing.
She's not staying out there long.
You stand outside, and a piece of razor sharp hail embeds itself in the ground just next to your right foot.
Okay, quickly then. And I'm going to cast Hallucinatory Terrain over the cave entrance.
Roll me a D100.
So it just looks like continual wall if this works.
No. No spellcasting for you.
You is sad. You goes and sits by the fire.
You still spell the spell slot, by the way, but it just doesn't do anything.
That's right, I'm about to go sit by the fire for an hour, so it's fine.
Is it?
Maybe.
Might be okay. You don't know yet. So you guys all you have your nice keep. You have your good rest. The night progresses. Relative night, and Maureen, as you wake up before the others, as you you want to keep your lookout. You are the only ones who are awake. You have a few moments before the others may awaken.
So yeah, he's more or less going to continue to stay as stealth in this place as he can, because he doesn't really know what to expect, but he can imagine that given the way these lands are, there's a good chance that something else had already had been here at some point. So he is just gonna kind of be hiding off to the side.
You is sat by the fire. She doesn't notice that you're awake. She does look a little bit irritable, and you see her like several times. She's like will try and cast various kind of cantrips. And she's moving her hands a lot, but nothing's happening.
Moreland's just sitting here thinking, like, what kind of group has he come across this time? Like, he's got a person doing all these hand motions and mumbo jumbo, and nothing's happening. He's got a drunk guy, whatever, halfling, right?
She tries to banish Dom several times through the night. Doesn't work.
You can roll me several D100s.
You trying to banish Dom? Is that what you just said?
The only person that he hasn't really been able to get a full opinion on yet is Madar, who at this point he just is kind of getting the assumption is just a dumb brute.
On an 86, she succeeds, right?
Yep, she does. As Dom vanishes to another plane of existence for a period of time.
For like a minute.
Dom comes back covered in sort of like molasses,
Cigarettes.
slightly, yes. Like, can I buy cigarettes while I'm there? Oh my God, Ross, can I buy cigarettes while I'm there? Let me roll for it. I'm rolling for it. I don't even know.
One moment. Make a point. Dom wasn't sure where he was prior to the events of Savage Storm. Dom, aren't you from this plane of existence?
No.
So Dom, you don't come back. You don't come back.
I can voluntarily drop it, and he does come back.
No,
you don't know he's not from this plane.
No, she'd be trying to make it work. So she try and go while I'm back.
She sees it works, and then she's like, "Well, that."
While I'm back, the plane of existence I am from has cigars. Can I go and nick some cigars?
Would you like to not rest for 48 hours?
All right.
Cool. So, Dom, you do find a guy who can return you. Who understands the effect of the banishment spell, and he can return you and your contraband to another plane of existence.
I'm like, do I need to like smuggle it through?
You do, but you know what? I'll just give it to you because cigars are like this. This is funny. You come back with something that shouldn't exist in the world. So you do return. You are, however, now wide awake. You don't know how to light your cigars. You forgot to buy. But you did meet somebody on your time away.
Okay.
You met a drunk guy. His name was Rick.
Okay.
And do you know how you get home?
Does he have a portal gun?
He does. But a drunk guy called Rick.
Does he have a short sidekick that I can replace?
Unfortunately, you can't replace him. He's not looking for
New
another
adventure,
sidekick.
you
When
just
he
kill
does-
him and take over.
I'm not breaking this many walls.
I look around and I'm like, right, I need a thing. Like, Rick, do you have a thing for the lighting of the...
Rick sort of blinks at you and he pulls out something out of his coat. It looks like a clinical flask. He necks it, chucks it off to one side, you hear a dramatic smashing, and he pulls out a lighter. It's a very, very ornate golden Zippo.
Nice. I take it. I light it. I light my cigar. I lick the lighter. I claim it as mine. I put it right down my pants.
Would you like to roll me a? Do you know what? I've seen wars in chat there, and we had a nice little contest earlier for bits. I'm sorry, Mike, for earlier. We did a bit war, and you can roll me a D100 as I will open the DMG, and as Will suggests, I'll let you roll for a sweet weapon.
Sweet. Okay, D100. Just one D100, yeah.
Just one.
I don't want it to necessarily be useful in any capacity, Ross. I just want it to be fucking awesome.
I'll get a Xanthos instead. Wait, what did you roll?
70.
Okay, I know what you get. I didn't even look at the table. You are given a key. He has a skull as the handle.
Right. What's this?
It's kind of dope.
He shrugs. He goes, I don't fucking know. Just fuck off. And you are shot with a portal gun, and you vanish.
Cool. So like you, like 10 seconds has transpired for you, but I rematerialize, fucking covered in molasses, like with a tattoo that I didn't have before of me and Rick, just like.
It just says
No,
Rick. It says Rick 5 ever.
It's Mr. Mr. Stinky Butthole. It's just
Too hot for you.
too hot for you. And then, yeah, as Shalom said, I
She's a bird.
as Shalom says, like as I'm going back through the portal, I just spray myself in the face of Silver as he witnesses me, and I arrive back in Savage Dawn, shiny and chrome.
You wake up, more and you see the halfling vanish for a moment and return covered in silver, holding a key in one hand and what looks like an alcoholic beverage in the other, containing some sort of unknown material. You realize that your spell actually worked and that he has returned regardless of your spell working.
Yu's just confused and she'll sit agitated by the fire.
Wait, is Dom holding the lighter?
No, it's down my. It is in my crotch.
Okay. All
He
right.
is, however, holding a pint glass.
I am.
I
Can
need
I
to know
drink
how-
the contents?
I need to know how many times you say that in a given
It's
year.
in my
It's
crotch.
just in my crotch.
No, it's in my crotch. Mike, I found quotes on Encounter Roleplay the other day, and some of them from you
Yeah.
were amazing.
Yeah.
I can't even.
We need to print those
Okay.
out. We need to print a whole list.
The birthday fairies do indeed say so. So, you guys can all see the fact, apart from you, Medar, you've slept peacefully through this experience. So, Morlin and you can see Dom has stood forth. He is in the, he is arms extended. He's just necked whatever was in his pint glass. You can roll me a con save, Josh. And in the other hand, he has... What do you have in your offhand, Josh? Key.
In my offhand,
key.
I have a key with like a skull on it, like a heavy metal, like skull with like paint on it. It's great. It's just the most metal key, and it's massive in my hands. Not the first time Dom said that. And he is going to spend a nat 20 to drink whatever this is. Notice how I love how we were given nat 20s and everyone's probably saving them for combat, and I'm just using them to drink and eat things I shouldn't. I spend my nat 20.
Perfect.
Dom, roll me a D100. If you're going to expend a nat 20, I'll give you a potential effect.
Okay, fantastic. On a 4, can I be a pickle? Can I be Pickle Rick? Can you just tell me?
You can be Pickle Dom.
I'm Pickle Dom.
Ladies and
This is
gentlemen,
amazing.
But you glow pink.
I am a glowing pink pickle.
So, ladies and gentlemen, as this goes to absolute pot, you got so Medar, you finally awaken as Dom realizes he's a pickle. You see a very large, what you assume is vegetable matter of a description you have never seen, and I'm not inclined to answer whether or not that's a metaphor or not. You see a what looks like a glowing pink vegetable of some description you've never seen, and the rest of your party is just sort of looking at him like, "What the shit?" He's holding a key in one hand and an empty flagon made of something you don't recognize in the other.
What has happened?
That's the question I really want to ask.
What has you done?
Question is how he counted it.
No, what did you do? What you what have you done? What happened to the man? The tiny man with the light mouth.
I am testing. He is back. He is fine.
He is a food item.
Pickle Dom.
I got
Don't
most of that.
talk to me.
Can you turn him into a man?
She already tried to make a man out of me. I said I needed orange juice.
Now you're full of pickle juice.
Would
see
you
what
like
is
to
happening.
attempt to contact your patron?
I mean, it doesn't seem worth it. I don't really like that.
Do you like pickles?
Morlin, what would you like to do as this
Nice.
chaos unfolds around you?
He continues to try to keep watch while ignoring all of this.
Roll me perception.
Uh,
As I try desperately to save these nat 20s for the next DM because this is gold.
Oh no, the next DM has them all too. Every stream starts with them.
Oh
Every
my
stream-
god!
I can use these.
Yeah.
oh yeah.
Oh damn! Whoever donated for this, I will hug you if I ever meet you in real life. So let me consult my my handbook of handy creatures. And I actually have to consult roll 20 for this one. Scroll down a little bit to this
Oh,
one.
it goes over there.
Morlin, you hear an odd clicking sound.
I just hear an odd clicking sound.
You hear an odd clicking sound.
Can I tell where it's coming from?
It's coming from outside.
From outside. Okay. I continue to monitor that while the group kind of does whatever is going on over here with Pickle Dom.
It doesn't get less funny when you say it. Oh no.
If I'm making comedy dreams come true, I think I'm doing okay.
She'll eventually realize he might be useful.
So what are you going to do, you?
She's gonna take the crystal that hangs around her neck
Mm-hmm.
and cast it into the fire.
What was binding the rope? I'm assuming you wore it as a necklace.
It was leather, but she would have had it so she could take it out from the thing.
You throw it into the fire, and it just sits there. It does not absorb the fire.
I guess he's not interested. Alright, and she'll reach into she'll kind of dismiss the fire and pick it up again.
Do you dismiss the fire?
Mhm.
Okay, cool. You pick up a slightly warmed piece of prism crystal.
I have no way to help him. I guess he's a pickle.
Oh my god, what do you know that we don't know?
Nothing. It's just the fact that you were like, I guess he's a pickle.
One might say we're in a bit of a pickle here.
No puns. No puns. I draw a line at puns. I draw a line at your punnery. Oh man,
That's why you draw the line?
that's where I draw
That's
a
where
line.
you draw it.
Puns.
We're dealing with a pickle character
Yeah.
in a prehistory situation.
That's fine,
And
but
puns
puns.
the way you draw a line.
Puns are the hill I'll die on.
Okay. Looks like the character's dying tonight. Then I'm sorry.
So he looks. He looks over and he says, "Well, I believe we have what we need to." And he scoops up Pickle Dom and he says, "And if you do anything else terrible, we now have a snack, Dom." And he places
Dom is still glowing.
He places the pickle back on his shoulder.
Bite me!
We may not want to leave yet.
Not yet. He puts you on his shoulder again.
And you hear Morlin speak from the shadows.
What are you
There
saying?
there are noises outside the cave.
Do they sound like?
No,
Okay,
it's
that's
definitely not the wind.
okay. I just wanted to clarify.
Nope.
What do
It
they
is,
sound like?
More of a clicking type noise.
Did you shout at it?
No, I'm pretty sure it heard you all.
Oh. Do you know what relative direction it came from?
Yes, outside the cave.
Great. And I throw Dom.
Pickle Dom
You throw Pickle Dom outside the cave.
Yeah. That was the deal. You ride on my shoulders, I'm going to throw you like a weapon.
Yeah. Where are you throwing me?
As a DM, I utilise that other than that one to take exactly where Dom is thrown.
Okay.
Okay.
That's your last one.
Yep. Pickle Dom is hurled with a dramatic accuracy out the cave. He skips along the snow dramatically, and he stops in the middle of a pack of very large rats.
This is exactly how it happened in this show. I rage.
These rats, they are admittedly small beasts. However, they have sort of where their like their fur runs down their back. They have small sort of almost crystalline scales, all of which are glowing black. Which is you would immediately know, Dom. These are called scaled scargus. They are generally they're pack rats. Essentially, they tend to eat. They eat absolutely bloody anything they can get their little mitts on. You're a pickle.
However, I look at their feet, and their feet bare.
They're rats.
Okay, so they're not wearing anything on their feet.
They're not wearing shoes. No, they're rats.
Fantastic. So they have nothing on their feet. Just to clarify, I need that crystalline clear.
Other than toenails, which are claws.
Fantastic.
No, they don't.
In which case, they can't get me right now because you said they eat anything they can get their mitts on, and they're not wearing mitts.
No!
I'm fucking invincible, motherfuckers. I rage and I begin to try and bite one of the rats.
No!
Mike, did you miss me?
Oh,
did you miss
no.
having me on your channel?
I have to play in your stream tomorrow! This is shit!
I'm so happy. Mike's got older since this episode began. Has anyone else noticed that? Mike is just...
I think you can almost count the gray hairs as they pop up.
Oh, no. I'm going through one of those like Britney Spears moments. I'm just going to shave my head live. I'm like, I don't know what's happening.
No, next charity stream is just for men, for Mike.
It's just...
It's gonna be me in the fetal position, rocking.
As they don't get their mitts on you, Dom, as they will try and bite into you as you attempt to rage.
God damn it!
This is what a 9 doesn't hit.
No.
An 8 doesn't hit. An 11 probably doesn't hit.
No.
A 7 doesn't hit. A 9 doesn't hit.
So he was right. They can't get his their
Don't fucking encourage him.
I am going to I'm going to pull. I'm going to sort of can I roll initiative and rage? Can I do this? Can this happen now, please?
You can rage prior to initiative, and I can put you guys back into the goddamn thing.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I just want to say thanks to everyone who had me today, had me on, said this was okay.
Kill me. Make it hurt less.
For the record, when I pull people in for the charity stream, I say, hey DM, since you are doing me a huge favor by running this game, you can pick whoever you want to be on the show. And then I take my hands away and let the DM do whatever they want. Ross wanted this, and everything you see from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. is Ross's fault. Blame Ross.
Hey, but are you having fun?
Yes. I'm just like, if everyone else has an issue, blame Ross.
If you guys are having fun, I get to show off the scenery and some of the creatures that were made for the setting. I'm happy. So if you guys are happy, I'm happy. So we're having fun.
Yeah. This is good.
I'm definitely not DMing some of your viewers, Mike. So, Josh, you are surrounded by rats. What does Dom do as you rage? And I've got to go back to the correct window before I try and hammer a button to give you initiative order. Bam.
Okay.
I've got how this works. There we go.
I'm going to sort of rock myself up, and I'm just going to use myself as an improvised weapon to try and kill one of these rats. I don't have any arms or legs.
Sorry.
I'm a pickle.
You're going to throw yourself as a pickle at somebody.
At a rat, specifically.
If they beat you on initiative.
Okay. We can go and have a round.
No, I'll let you do it first. You can roll me a dexterity or strength.
Just a straight or a save? Makes a
Straight,
difference.
because you're attacking as a pickle.
Okay. A dex.
You miss.
Oh, I didn't say reckless. Damn it. Okay.
Nope.
Can I make a second attack?
You're a pickle, Josh.
Can I make a second attack?
How do
I
you
got
make a
myself. Well, I got myself into this pickle, and I'd like to get myself out of this jam. So I'm going to.
For that, no.
Excuse me, Josh. You'd like to get yourself out of this relish.
Oh. Can I have
that was your
Can I
fault.
You know what?
have Mike's attack?
No, Mike, Medar, you can make me Constitution saving throw because screw you and get away with the puns when I'm not allowed to make them.
It's my show.
Hey, I'm the DM. Whatever happens to 1 and 4, it's all me.
Yes.
I dominate that Constitution saving throw.
You do. Damn it. I'm waiting for the opportunity, Mike. So you guys have one round before the rest of you are aware that Dom the pickle is being eaten. Dom, you don't hit anything. The rats, however, will try and eat you again because you are a tasty thing.
Because I'm a pickle.
Right in the middle of their midst.
Hmm.
Are you a preserved pickle? This is the next question.
I think that remains to be seen.
Does a 15 hit you?
No, it doesn't.
It's a 19 hit
19
you.
hits me.
One of them finally hits you. I need a Constitution saving throw. You nat 1, but you can reroll because you're a halfling.
Yes.
Nat 1 again.
Okay, I also can't reroll because I'm not a halfling. I'm a pickle.
Yes, you're also a pickle, but I was letting you have that one. You take 3 damage, and you realise as these things bite into you, you might have just contracted a disease. As you
It's
have
okay.
Disease.
It's okay. They bite into me. Do they contract anything from the fact that they are eating a bioluminescent pickle that has bioluminescence in its blood?
Oh, you reminded me this is also a variant of this creature, which means they do extra damage. Thank you for remembering that, Josh.
Oh, damn.
I mean, but it's 2018, guys. You know, vinegar clears up everything.
This is true. How much damage do I take? I take 3 damage.
6.
I slept, didn't I? So I'm fully healed. Sweet.
What kind of barbarian are you?
What kind of barbarian?
It matters because that other 3 is not slashing, piercing, or bludgeoning.
Oh,
That is
bear. I'm bear.
So you do halve it. You do
Yeah.
indeed only take 3 damage.
Oh, fantastic. Okay.
As you contract a disease.
It's okay. It bites Dom. Dom probably gives it something.
It chews. It is now drunk. Okay, so that takes us around to Dom. And guys, I would like the rest of you to roll initiative as this round comes to an end, as we get back to the rats at the top of the round. After Dom, you guys will all be included.
I recklessly attack, and I'm going to try and take. I need to try and take one of these things' arms off to give me an arm or a leg. I could hop. I'll go for arm.
Okay, so as a pickle, how would you like to try and take something's arm off? You do it to hit.
Do I hit? Okay, I'd like to make a strength or an athletics check to try and rip this thing's arm off and attach it to mine. And therefore,
Okay, so as a pickle, how do you rip something's arm off?
well, I have teeth.
Do you? You're a pickle.
No.
Oh, you have
Pickle
a.
Rick has teeth. Yeah.
Okay,
He
in
has
which case you have
face
teeth.
and eyes. Yeah.
Madar, I'm waiting on initiative from you, Mike.
Sorry about that. I thought I clicked that.
That's cool.
Wow.
That's a 20. That's a 25.
You hit and you with an 18 are able to you pull a rat arm off.
Cool. Can I? It's a 25 because I'm at advantage because I'm raging.
Yes.
Can I, on a 25, attach it to myself and use the arm?
You can indeed attach it to yourself. However, it flops sort of as a dead arm for a second. However,
Okay.
you gain the feeling of an arm.
Okay, fantastic. Okay, I'm okay. I'll next turn. The absolute carnage begins.
You rolls a 3 and Mike's character Medar rolls a 17. And entertainingly, as we sort into initiative order, Morlin, you get to go next as you have seen Pickle Dom be pitched out of the thing, and you heard the sounds of clicking of teeth and snarling. What am I doing with my life?
Awesome. But I can't actually see these things yet, or
Can't
no?
actually see them as they are currently slightly outside the cave.
Okay. Yeah, so I will. I'll pull out my short bow and I'll move up until I can see them.
Okay, you poke your head out the front of the cave, and in the top boundary of the snow, you see these black scaled rats. They're back like crystal shards on the back are scales. They look kind of the same as they are trying to eat a pickle and not necessarily succeeding.
Okay. I'll aim for the ones that are closest to him. One of them that is closest to him, anyways.
Yep. Okay, there are 4 sort of half surrounding him.
Okay.
So which one would you like to aim for? North, south, east, or west?
Which way would be towards us?
West.
West. So I'll hit the west one first.
Okay.
And would this count as my sneak attack as well?
They are focused on food, and pickle dom is food.
Let me just. Would they be considered surprised?
They would be considered surprised because they are focused on food and not on you.
Okay. If this hits, then it could be a critical hit.
Mm-hmm. You hit.
Oh shit! I didn't think I was going to hit.
They're rats.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. So.
Do you want to roll me damage first before you try and explain resources you don't necessarily need to use?
Yeah.
You dead on kill it.
Oh, there you go.
You hit it, it dies.
And that's pretty much all I can do.
So you can do no second attack.
No, I don't. Oddly enough, I didn't see that a rogue got one.
What class are you? Sorry.
I'm a rogue.
Oh yeah, rogues don't get multi attack.
No, and I think it's because we have sneak attack.
Mm-hmm. Which does more damage.
Yeah.
Which takes us back to the rats, as 3 of them can still have a go at you, Dom.
And they're at advantage.
Because they are surrounding you.
Well, also reckless. But
yes. Yeah. 1d20 plus a number. That one misses.
Yep.
The second one misses. And the third one misses.
Misses.
Cool. GG. Madar.
How far from the cave entrance is the pickle dom and the rats?
You could, as you move to the cave entrance, it's spending a small amount of your movement, 10 feet. You can see over there a good 15 feet away through difficult terrain.
Okay, I think at first he moves forward and sees it, and then he shouts, "Pickle dom, how are you faring? Do you need assistance?"
Dom just flexes his arm, realizes it started to work, and you've seen Guardians of the Galaxy, the first one.
Yeah.
He just, oh yeah, and he just launches himself at the next rat no fucks given.
This is entertaining, but we do have things to do. And he trudges through the snow over there, and he's going to just cleave into the first rat, and then the next rat he sees. So here's some long sword attacks for you. Ka-chow! Ka-chow!
You hit.
Let's see if I can roll higher than 10. Alright, cool, dope. So the first one is 15 slashing damage.
How would you like to kill a rat?
He just takes, he just walks over and just, slices it in, the spine, and then moves over to the next one.
As you roll me damage on the second one, so I'm pretty sure you can only you kill the second one as well. So as you walk forward, you realize this battle is not quite as epic as you originally thought. As you are dealing with a pickle that's fighting rats,
yeah,
you tower over them by a good 9 feet.
Yeah.
You look down.
From far away, it looked dope.
Yeah, but you walk forward, you realize after a long moment that it's a pickle fighting rats. As you lean down, you don't even no effort required. You just put your longsword on the head of the rat and just slide down and slice its spine out, and then you do the same with the next one. It's
Yep.
Any
You're
more
doing-
sass
you're
would you
doing
like to
great.
throw at Dom? You're doing great, Pickle Dom.
Yeah. I mean, for a pickle, it's impressive.
It is.
So Dom, there's 1 rat remaining.
I look at it and I just give it the throat slice, except I don't have a throat.
And the rat doesn't understand.
Yeah. And I'm going to recklessly attack it.
Okay.
I don't need to. I have backup, but I'm going to recklessly attack anyway, because a 24.
You hit.
I'd like to rip off another leg because I need more appendages.
Okay.
I just need more. 10 either way. Damn.
You rip off it from the elbow down
Oh, damn it.
as the rat squeaks and then tries to pull itself away from you.
Aw. And then, like, as it's like trying to get away from me, I'm just gonna leave it for dead and turn to like one of the other rats and go over
They're
to
all
start.
dead.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I'm gonna start taking limbs. I need 3 more. I'm like just dragging
Cool.
myself over.
Okay. You drag yourself over, and it is your turn. There's one living rat and a dom that's gonna try and pull limbs off other rats.
Was Dom actually hit?
Yes.
Yeah,
yes,
I've been
he
bitten.
was.
You see bite marks out of Dom.
Yu's gonna kind of, I guess, walk up behind him.
Mm-hmm.
Not so worried because they're rats.
Mm-hmm.
And she'll put her hand on his head, like patting his head, and cure wounds.
It doesn't work.
He's a pickle.
The spell casts. Actually, you can roll me T100, but the spell does. So the spell actually don't even bother. Don't bother. The spell works. It doesn't heal him.
I'm a pickle.
Mm-hmm. You also have a disease.
I can't be healed.
You can't be healed by magical means.
Dom has no understanding. He just thinks you're trying to
No.
touch his pickle.
And on that, as you guys have killed all of the rats, as this other one just bleeds out to death as we're done here. You guys can RP for a moment, as unfortunately your DM has to nip to the bathroom.
Okay.
So you guys are about another day or so away from your objective location.
Unacceptable.
And Dom, as you go to rip a limb off something, you bury your hand into the ribcage of one of these rats, and you go to put his arm off, but you just kind of and on one of your borrowed hands, you pull back out, and a ring is now sat around your middle finger. You feel it clamp itself to you. Like, you inherently know this is you, not the limb, it's to you. And you guys can't be from it as I nip to the bathroom.
Cool. It clamps, to its middle finger. I am, like, you watch as, like, Pickle Dom, like, gets himself 4 equally sort of sized rat appendages, and then he is going to start skinning one of the rats, because I'm going to make, like, a Beowulf, like, rat's hide armor. The rat hood, with the teeth. I might have to, like, carve the teeth shorter so the 2 front teeth don't just blind me. I'll make like I'll pull out like a one of the ribs to make like a shiv from, this is good. And like he turns around dramatically, standing on a conquered rat now covered in like this heavy fur with like rat tail and everything with his new shiv. I've gone full Savage Dawn, ladies and gentlemen. It's happened.
So he looks over so Madar looks over to you and says, "Now that we have fought the tiny rats, and he has, I don't know what's happening right now, to be honest with you. Make him back into a man.
It is not my doing.
This joke has gone on far enough.
It was not my doing.
The joke was
I don't possess that sort of power.
I honestly have no idea what's going on anymore, but
My power is more, and she puts her hand out and she'll cast the other cure wounds on you, which obviously you're fine, but
Oh no, I have damage. Oh, I guess we slept, so I have nothing. That's right. I forgot about long rest sort of thing.
yeah. So she'll cure you, like cure wounds you. That is
And
more my
if you
power
try and
is.
cast Cure Wounds, you have to roll me a D100.
Sake.
It's like you haven't moved.
I just want to heal people.
I just want to be helpful and nice. Unlike any of my other
Nice.
characters.
It fails.
I don't know about nice,
It fails.
but I don't like this place. I can't.
Perhaps if we take the Pickle Tom back to normal society, or at least away from this awful cave, he'll turn back from a pickle to a man.
It is possible.
it is entirely possible.
Alright, well,
Was he really a man though? He was kind of small.
he's a tiny man.
Hey, I was man enough for you. You said it worked fine. Hey, let's go.
That's true, he did say that several times. And he scoops up Pickle Dom and just begins carrying him.
I want to go back in your shoulder. And,
No,
like,
you're juicy.
These
No.
tiny rat claws.
You're
just like-
juicy. You have a juicy mess. And he just holds you out, like out in front of him. You'll get it on my cloak. And he starts moving forward.
You're just gonna walk
As you
behind
struggle
the
like a
dart.
baby, trying to get to...
Are you wearing the cloak?
Yeah, I'm wearing all
Oh.
my gear. I'm just holding holding him out in front of me.
So, Ross, just so you know, I have made a shiv out of the rib cage of one of the rats. It's not my lucky shiv, so it's not magic, but it's just a shiv out of the rats. And also, I have 4 equally armed, equal length rat appendages, and I've skinned a rat, and I'm now going Beowulf with a huge rat fur over my head, and like the skull sat on my head like a helmet. No armor, but just it's awesome.
Okay.
I also have a key, yes.
Sorry, I'm just clarifying something with somebody.
And I have a lighter as well, and I'm gonna spark up one of my cigarettes.
I really want to see the conversation where
So-
you explain to Lawsmith what happened and why there is a pickle in his world.
So
I am most-
Wait, so is Mercer just DMing you? Is that what's happening?
He is. He is.
He's a monster.
He is. I want to say he is also a glorious monster. I would love to one shots and whatnot.
Oh man.
I would love to talk to him more about horrible ideas he has for people in game.
He is a monster. So yeah,
Okay,
I
so
walk
all
out
of you
leading
can roll
lantern.
me- all of you can roll me a d2.
Okay.
Flip the coin, ladies and gentlemen.
I don't wanna. Bad things
2.
happen.
Me? Do I need to?
No. No, you don't, Dom.
We're going with whatever bad thing 2 was.
Okay. So, I'm sorry, Mercer, I'm going to extend this ever so slightly because this is too perfect. All of you aren't where you thought you were a moment ago. As you are moved, as Pickle Dom's ring glows dramatically, you're all moved an unknown distance in an unknown direction. You are suddenly stood out in the wastes. You are stood out in the plains, suddenly subject to the cold.
You pulls her coat kind of tighter around her. And she's going to look around for any sort of lights. Because last time she found herself in a weird place, there were people who told her she'd have wings. And she didn't believe them, and now she has wings. You don't know that.
So you all must out in the plains. You, Morlin, you have been the wisdom of the party so far. You have been the rock that has guided them to their location as best as you can so far. You immediately identified this is the place. This is the point at which you had been sent to go and block or to clear. You are stood at the thinnest point between these once mighty ice pillars to one side and the forest in the other direction. Conveniently, you have been moved to exactly where you needed to be.
So, being a little confused as to what the heck just happened, he's just kind of looking around real quick, getting his bearings, and then kind of considers everything else that's happened so far, and just kind of shrugs and points in a general direction.
I think this is where we need to be.
Well, that is a fortuitous turn of events. You've done well, Morlin. You are a great navigator. I'll put in a word for you.
The ice spikes height have many creatures you should beware.
Yes, and we will slay them all.
And do not go near the lake.
The DM chuckles.
So, Marlon would like to do a survival check to see if he can see any footprints or anything in this area.
Okay, you can roll me a survival check.
29.
Yeah, whatever.
29. You can't see footprints in the snow. However, you realize there is a severe absence of depth of snow in this immediate area. Where there's 4 feet of snow everywhere else, there's about 1.5 feet here. The snow is significantly less deep.
Does it look trampled or just that not as much fell here?
It look as you move, I'm assuming when you're doing this test, you push your foot down a little bit. The ground is sodden. It's damp, but it's warm.
Like, how warm is warm?
It's warm to the touch. Like as you push your foot down, the snow goes from cold suddenly. As your foot impacts the mud, you feel warmth. And Claire, I saw that smirk and that swearing of profanating my name because you know what I'm doing. So shush you.
Is it Dom's piss?
I hate you so much.
It's Dom's piss. Yes, it must be Dom's piss as far as Vidara is concerned.
No.
Yeah, so Moreland's a little suspicious, so he kind of steps back and kind of motions to Madar. You can go first.
Mike, you're muted.
I fucking hit the mute button and to unmute myself, and I was unmuted the whole time. That was my plan the entire time. Thank you. What did you see?
Well, there is significantly less snow. That's about it.
Okay.
Does you recognize this area in any way?
You know from a previous experience that you're not far from where you have experienced poor happenings.
Uh-huh.
It's almost like you've been here before, almost.
Almost.
You're off by a couple of miles. Hey, Kit.
This feels familiar, but not. I think I've been through this way. We ran.
Okay.
I was new to this world then, but my guide said it was too dangerous to stay.
What was the danger? What do I have to kill? That's the important part.
It would ambush you. It would lure people in. It would. She said it would lure people in, and they'd revel in the warmth, and then it would strike, and they would die. She died, but she didn't die because she was there. She was an elf. It was most confusing.
Okay. So, all right.
Elves are weird.
Stop me when I'm wrong. I'm gonna take out my sword and shield.
She stops you. She doesn't.
And I'm gonna run in there and kill whatever's in there.
I don't think it'll be there.
Oh.
I think it will wait until we've let our guard down. And then it will strike.
Oh, well, this is where we're supposed to be to kill things for the banner.
Perhaps if we were to make it look like we'd let our guard down.
Right.
Can I try the prestidigitation cantrip on his cloak again?
You may try. Got me D100. You can try. I said try, not succeed, Claire. Nothing happens.
This place
what
still messes with me.
What sort of area is like? Can I see if there's like a perimeter of this lessened snow warm area?
It sort of extends up to the lake. It almost expands the entire breadth from the base of the first tree you see of the forest almost all the way to the lake. There's a noticeable sort of dip in the snow as you move along, as you look around and.
Is it in like a circle or just like this little square of an area?
It's almost like a wall. Like it's. I'm trying to. If you've ever seen like a trench for like to prevent forest fires, where they build a whole trench that goes down, and then a huge gap to prevent these, to form these gaps in the forest. It's almost like that.
It is. Perhaps if we were to make it look like we had let our guard down, but not actually let our guard down.
Can I use one of my nat 20s on a perception roll?
You can.
That sounds like a good plan. I'm gonna lay down.
Oh. So, Morlin, what are you specifically? What are you looking for? Like, explain to me what you're trying to get, and I'll try and give you the best I can for your nat 20.
I mean, I'm looking for anything abnormal. You know, it's supposed to be well, describe the plains in general. Like, are we talking this flat open plain, no trees, like
so you are
straight to a
looking
lake?
at a plain that this particular passage between there is to double check this for you. There are like it's like 75 miles across from the base of the first tree of the forest all the way to this lake. There's 75 miles of what essentially should just be like snow of the same height. It's open plains, open prairie. Like there is nothing, no trees, no plant life. It is just open tundra. And what you're looking at as you turn back, like you just almost have to turn like a whole 180 to look at the whole field of view. It's just the snow just sinks down a good like a good half the dip depth of the snow, and the ground at the very bottom is warm to the touch, and the snow seems to be receding even more every moment you're looking at it. Something is heating the ground. That is what you are aware of almost just instinctually. Other than that, you're not really sure what there is to see or to feel or to hear here. There is just this odd less snow, which is just increasingly peculiar as you are in like demi-blizzard conditions.
Can I try to pinpoint a more centered location as to where this heat might be emanating from, or using variations of the snow, whether by coloration or whatever?
Looking at it, if you head just a little way to your sort of south or southeast, my apologies, you would sort of go to where the snow is apparently melting the quickest, because it seems to be not quite in a constant decline, but you get to a point and then it just descends slightly more. So if you head slightly southeast, maybe an hour's walk ish, you'd peg on that 20. Like it's almost, you're almost there. Like whatever happened to you with Dom's ring, it dropped you near the spot, but not quite on the spot.
Okay, so far enough away to
something is heating the soil.
Far enough away that we still need to get closer before doing really much of anything with.
You're close enough that like you get the idea. Whatever is causing this heat, it's in the area, and something else like it's here. It's doing the thing here.
Yeah, but you said it's about like an hour roughly. So
yeah, it's an hour's walk away, but it's influence here.
Yeah,
like it doesn't emanate from here, but you can feel its heated influence. It's here in the ground. It's like you walked into a lair. Is the best example. Like it's like the best comparison I can make. It's like walking almost into a dragon's lair. Like it has an environmental effect.
Okay. So Moreland would kind of point that out. I believe the source might be coming from that direction. But
So that's the direction I charge.
I mean, yes, but it also is affecting this far out, so I can't quite be certain we're actually going to find something there or not. But whatever's causing this could be over there.
Okay, now, let's go for a revision here. It's not my normal thing. What if I don't charge, and we just walk in quietly, and then I kill everything?
That is... I can't guarantee my magic here.
Can you hit something with a stick?
I am not... It is difficult. Like, she is tiny.
What if I hand you Pickle Dom and you hit things with Pickle Dom?
You could try.
Would he not squish?
I don't think so.
Like he flexes.
His bones. He flexes the bones.
Pickle Dom, roll me D100.
Oh god.
Part of him seems quite rigid.
The pickle part.
The mid-pickle Dom.
I really want to give you this like a disadvantage for that, but I can't because I can't.
87.
You remain Pickle Dom.
Okay.
Though you feel you might be in a pickle when it comes to being pickle. Something stirs within the pickle.
That was pun adjacent, Russ.
Is it good? Is it good? Is it a good feeling? Is it something that I can relish?
It's an...
No.
Get out, Josh. Get out.
You're a trash person.
I was going to punish him later by demanding we play Overwatch for the rest of the evening, but I can't punish
After
him.
work. I'll be done after we're done. So it's not a good feeling. It's an alcoholic feeling, which actually, technically speaking, is a good feeling for you.
Yeah.
It's a good feeling, but it's also a bad feeling. It's good for the dom. It's bad for the pickle. If you get my drift.
I am relying on my patron, but I shall try.
Would you like to roll me a contact your patron and ask what the fuck is going on?
Yes.
Which is 100 because you're not a cleric, but you're pretty damn close at this point.
Come on. God damn it.
Oh, interesting. Interesting. Okay, guys, so you are in a warmth of area. Like the ground under your feet is warm. The snow is melting. And as Moran has pointed out, slightly to your southeast is the center of the warmth as far as they are concerned. What would you like to do as the snow stops and you're left with an oddly calm day? Day being relative, it is of course twilight.
You said this is a kind of an open field. There's not.
This is the closest thing I can draw is that this is like the prairies or this is like the Great Plains. There is jank shit in terms of foliage. There is just this odd decrease in snow, which is obvious because there's nothing else as you look out over the rest of this plain.
We should walk that way. We have little else we can do.
Until something is revealed. I would just keep an eye out in the meantime. Be on guard. Or don't.
You're just going to walk at the back of the group.
Okay, so at what point do I charge? That's what the part I'm missing at. I acquiesce to go
something
inquire.
to charge at.
Charge up front. That's always what I've heard.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So, okay, so I'm gonna work on the charging. You are gonna use Pickle Dom as a weapon.
She takes Pickle Dog.
Yep, there you go.
Cool.
Pickle Dom,
Be gentle.
keep on keeping on, man.
Sorry, are you proficient in simple weapons?
Yes.
I'll
You
take
are
it.
proficient in Dom.
I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that.
I'm putting a Dom attack on my sheet.
You are proficient with the pickle.
And Moreland, what are you doing again?
What I do best.
You're sneaky.
Okay.
Nice.
I actually have an 8 intelligence, so he's not wrong.
What damage does Pickle Dom do?
Pickle Dom will do a D6 because he's a simple weapon.
6.
The
It's
DM
average.
calls for a critical hit. Actually, no, he's got an 8 intelligence. You can do a D8 with Pickle Dom.
Whew.
Oh, damn. I'm above average.
That's the only way.
On
you
an
can
8.
manage Pickle. Okay, so you guys
I got
will
this.
progress towards the
Yeah.
acid damage for the burn. The pickle. It does acid damage. Done.
No,
Run,
it
it's
does pickle
done.
damage.
It does acid damage. It's a pickle. It's a
Fine.
preserved pickle. From pickle juice, exactly, Ron. Exactly.
I should have
So
gone
you
for Radiant.
progress forward. I'm assuming, Morlin, you are being stealthy at this point. You are being fleet of foot, as it were.
As best as I can, but I mean, we're kind of in plain sight, so.
Would you
know.
like to, on a... That's a nat 1.
Yeah, there you go.
Nice.
We're in plain sight. There's no being stealthy. There's nothing to hide behind.
It's almost like the thing that's now hunting you is underground. Being fleet of foot would have been kind of useful at this point, but you stomp, you trudge. You guys trudge through the snow as you approach this central point, and all of you can do me the massive favor of rolling me the initiative.
Okay.
As I have to break this down into these like nice little 6-second chunks to save the stream.
I don't want to.
Don't want to, but the DM is telling you to, Mike.
I don't like what he tells me to do.
Oh, you might like what I'm about to do to you guys.
No, his therapist will enjoy.
His therapist will enjoy. His therapist will make a mint for this one. Chance of drunken damage. Kit, I don't appreciate that comment, but I accept its accuracy.
I think Pickle Dom should be an automatic crit because not only do you have pickle juice, but you also have like alcohol breath.
Don't make me instant that one you for initiative. Morlin. I've added an E to your name. I apologize. We're now Moraline. I do apologize. Dom. And for some reason, unfortunately, Medal's name continuously throws me.
It's like cheddar, but with an M.
Mm. So you rolls a 15. Warden rolls a 22. Damn, your initiative score did. Dom rolls a 19. Dar rolls an 18. I feel like I once taken a moment to appreciate the icon you have there, Mike. Next to your name.
What do I have as an icon next to my name?
I don't know, which is why I want to appreciate it, because it's too small to see.
Oh, it's my logo. It's the unMadeGaming logo. It says unMadeGaming.
It's not the first time someone's said
it's too small to see. Yeah, now I know. Yep.
Unintentional burn. I do apologize. And then one of these, they roll. Both of them roll at +1, so I roll this twice. For some reason, I'm now looking at premium marketplace assets. Let's not look at those. 16 and 10. Okay. Let's sort these into order. So, Moradin, what would you like to do? As nothing seems wrong.
Well, nothing seems wrong, so I don't see a need to really do anything more than keep on going.
Okay.
I mean, if anything, I'm just trying to keep on guard. It's something has felt off from the start, but I can't really figure out anything that that can help me figure out more at this point.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I think I guess he would be taking like a dodge action. He'd be kind of trying to prepare himself for something.
Okay, dokie.
Rapier would be out, or my bone rapier would be out and ready.
Mm-hmm. Okay, fair enough. And is that everything you like to move carefully and prepare your defensive stance?
Yeah, that's pretty much all I can do.
Okay. Pickle Dom. Would you like to roll me a D100 at the beginning of your turn? Before I see it, would you like to roll? Tell me high or low.
Get high.
Okay.
Get very high.
Roll me that dice.
I did 91.
I can't see it.
Well, tough. I don't care.
91. There it is. Pickle Dom. As you is holding you, you become actual Dom. As you are holding two rat arms. And clutching your toes are some rat legs. You are perturbed by this development.
But look.
But I did you a favor.
Look at roll 20. Look at roll 20. Hold on. Look, he's Pickle Dom. He's even got a picture. I found a pic. Damn it! I'll change everything back.
Hang on. You can roll me another. You can roll me another D100 if you really want.
No, fine.
And I'll let you flicker back into Pickle Dom mode.
I'm okay. Right.
Okay. We'll keep Pickle Dom because I will do a pickle adventure at some point for you, just because I'm nice.
Okay.
Dom, you are actual Dom again.
I fall face first into the ground because you is holding me by the legs. And
As you fall face first into the ground, you trigger something's held action.
okay.
Would you like to make me as I look at what it says, a strength saving throw?
Okay.
As you have to take some damage as this thing does actually hit you.
26.
Nice. So you aren't swallowed as you're bitten by a creature. As the worst fears of you are realized, and a large chitinous worm-like creature with almost wings emerge from its back of its neck as it expands almost like a king cobra. The back of its neck is like huge, like almost wings fold out as it makes itself look incredibly large. As you will take 44 damage.
Literally everything's taken a bite out of Dom.
Everything has eaten part of Dom today. Achievement unlocked.
In all fairness, I've eaten everything I've come up against as well. I ate part of the
haven't
rat.
yet.
So... Not yet.
Eat or be eaten, I guess.
It's a dog eat dog world out there.
It's a dog eat Dom world.
Not that I'm implying Dom's a bitch, but
Dog eat Dom world.
okay. So
that tickled.
For 44 damage.
Yeah, and I'm not raging.
I rolled nat crit, like nat minimum damage and nat success damage as well. Min-maxing, ladies and gentlemen, as you roll too many dice to count.
Okay. So what do I get to do?
Dom, you unfortunately, as you move forward, you hit the ground, and then suddenly you are not on the ground, as you are suddenly in the air. Something bites you, can't swallow you, so spits you into the air.
Can I grapple? I don't want to be spat.
You can roll me an attack as a reflexive sort of main action attack.
I'm going to reckless. 28.
Hits.
I grapple it. I'm using my bonus action to grapple. But I will make
roll me a strength check.
I will make a stunning strike on this. So give me a con save, please.
A 19.
Yeah.
He's not stunned?
No. Not even a little bit.
So would you just roll me a strength check to try and grapple this dude?
Yeah, sure.
As this thing is a huge monstrosity of a chitinous. You see the top half, so it's like a worm almost. You don't see its legs. As this chitinous upper body extends upwards conveniently and extends these huge.
Oh, damn it!
Like these blue and yellow almost sort of wings from its neck, making itself look very large. It rolls a 24 and you don't grapple it. As you begin to fall, but you're a monk, so you hit the ground and basically nothing happens because monks always land on their feet.
Oh no, Dom just doesn't care. That's how Dom explains it. Dom lands spread eagle flat out in a pancake and then just pulls himself up.
Because you have enough monk levels, you don't take damage from falling, right?
Mm-hmm.
Convenient for you. Okay, so Medar, that brings us to your turn as this great chitinous creature has just tried to take a chunk out of Dom as he was face planted into the floor.
Which is perfect because I was told, and I agreed to, not charge until the thing showed up. So I charge
It was
immediately.
like it was planned.
Yeah, so I charge immediately at this thing. I'm going to fuck it up.
Don't fuck it up.
Yeah, so I am going to... blah, 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 blah. Yeah, I'm going to attack this thing with my longsword.
Okay. You hit both times.
And then I'm going to action surge.
And your action surge is entirely useless for you.
Perfect. So he takes numbers amount of damage, 21 damage.
Numbers. He takes 21. Thank you for the numbers, Mike.
21 slashing damage. And then I drop into a defensive, like I have my shield out, ready to rock and roll.
You ready to rock and roll?
Yep.
Okay. Medar, are you expecting an attack from below you?
No.
Okay.
There's a giant
So
monster
this-
in front of me.
So this one will attack with advantage because you're surprised by it. So ground beneath you caves in, and does a nat 20 hit your AC? One more attempt to believe you. As you take that amount of damage. You're muted, Mike.
I muted out of panic because that's too many numbers.
59. Holy crap.
That's too many numbers. That's altogether too many numbers. Ross is cheating.
Does that
You guys
hurt?
heard it here first.
Ross is cheating by
Hacksaw!
pressing the roll.
Yep.
I'm hacking him. I gave you a pickle,
Remor-
guys.
It's
You
Rem-
didn't use
Remor
pickle to
hacks. It's not
Yeah.
not a Remor hacks. It's a Remor hacks. That's what this is.
This is bullshit.
You are bitten by another creature as it explodes out of the ground beneath you. It, however, can't throw you, so it bites you and sort of headbutts you to one side as you skitter backwards a little way.
And you just hear, I'm bitten!
You're
Ow.
Britain.
As
You're
he gets
Britain.
ragged
I am
on.
Britain. I am all of Britain. I am a country now.
I am all of
You
Britain.
have that
Gum-
stiff upper lip. and
Gum
then
was a
not caring.
pickle. I can be a
That
country,
could be a
damn
whole
it.
country.
Then you better win this fight.
I hope so. Jesus
And we
Christ.
In that case, we just drop meta on it and call it a day.
Yeah.
You drop Britain on. Okay. Do you know what? Okay, fine, whatever.
Makes sense.
That's all we can do. So there are two creatures. There's one very large creature and one very small creature. I say very small. It's still classified as large, but it's minuscule in comparison.
I don't like that. I like what you're saying.
There's a large creature and an even larger creature.
Yeah.
You looks to both of them. Also, everyone knows, like, do not judge. And she'll throw her coat off. And as she does, you just see these kind of wings unfurl from her back. I'm presuming this will work 'cause it's an ability, Ross. I should probably ask this one.
I'm also double checking which sheet you're using because it's not the one that I just clicked on. As I check something real
You
quick for you.
sheet.
What are you going to do?
She is going to use her Asimar ability and take her
Yeah.
wings and unfurl her wings and take to the sky.
And you hear a voice in the very depths of your mind saying, I give you my blessing for the moment, descendant. But heed my word, it will not last long.
They hurt.
The voice doesn't respond, but you get the impression you gotta do everything you were gonna do, and you gotta do it soon, because your spells may not last very long.
She will healing light with 4 of her healing dice for Madar, because he probably looks the worst off now.
I had a crit or 2 left, didn't I? I had like a 2 crit left.
Sure.
Claire, reroll that.
Okay.
As I'm using that as someone's warlock patron to give them a crit heal. So you gain 8 plus 13, which is 21.
Sweet.
You just hear her mutter, like, you hear her say, like, don't judge me. And then
Your
see her
patron,
take off.
you hear in your back of your mind, I'm always
Well.
judging you, warlock.
She was talking to the party, though.
Yeah, her
And then,
patron doesn't give a fuck.
You just hear some, like, oddly sounding words that sound more like singing than actual words. And you feel better for it.
You shouldn't swear in a language that other people don't speak, dear. It's rude.
But yeah, that is my turn.
Perfect.
That's true.
Okay.
Everyone should be able to understand everything everyone else is saying.
In my mind, it sounded in my head I had it like she was yodeling at him or something.
No, I think more choir.
So that sounded an awful lot like someone just loaded a firearm. Whoa. Okay.
The
whoever
threat's
did that.
real, Ross.
The threat is real. Josh knows where I live, ladies and gentlemen. If I don't reappear for stream tomorrow, you know what happened.
Full disclaimer: there are no firearms.
Full disclaimer. Dom, does a nat 1 hit you?
No, I would like. Can I make an attack of opportunity on it as it's nat 1?
Since it can't hit its friend, yeah, you can.
Fantastic. Is this the big one?
Uh-huh.
Cool. I'm going to hit it and attempt to stunning strike it again.
So what you're saying is you're going to attempt to hit it and then attempt to stone strike.
Yep. Do I have advantage now because I have buddies around me?
I'll give it to you.
Yep, fantastic. In which case, it's a 15.
A 15 does not hit as you miss.
Damn.
As you spend the stone
Oh,
strike
wow.
key point. As you pre-declared it.
No, it's when you hit another creature with a melee.
When you hit.
Yeah.
Okay, in which case you don't.
Yeah. And I bonus action to rage because ow.
Okay. Did that hurt you, Josh?
Yeah, that tickled. That tickled. I'm almost down to half hit points.
Moradin, what do you want to do?
Oh, now that these things have popped up, he's gonna leave the big one to the big guy. He's gonna go after the little guy
Okay.
because Moreland knows how to survive. Hopefully. Was somebody attacking the little one already?
Yes, Madar, I think kind of go at it.
Okay. So that being said, it should be considered flanked then.
Mhm.
In which case,
26 hits.
get sneak attack. So 27 damage.
Damn. It doesn't look enjoyed that as you punch her straight through its chitin scales
And
and
then
it groans in pain.
as a bonus action, I disengage and go back.
As you go to do so, you take a little bit of damage because this thing burns. This thing burns hot.
Oh, that thing burns hot?
As you stab it, this thing is emanating a warmth of a furnace almost as you stab into it. As you bury your rapier into it, your forearm burns from the radiant heat. As you take 8 damage, and yeah, no one else. Mike, you will take some damage in a second, as I forgot to give you damage earlier. Actually, no, I'll let it pass. I'll let it
I
pass.
don't want it.
Is that
Because that was
considered
my
an
mistake.
attack?
Nope, that's passive.
Okay. Never mind.
As I would apologize, as I should have given Mike 66 worth of fire damage.
You're fine.
Do you know what? Just because he's waving it off like that and smiling at me like
I
it means
don't
nothing,
need it.
I might just roll, just see what happens.
No.
I mean, how does 27 damage hurt, Mike?
A lot.
Would you like to burn a little bit?
I would like to not take the damage.
How much damage would knock you out?
66.
66 damage. You can
Yeah.
take the 27 then, can't you?
Yeah, I can.
You can take it and like it,
All right.
as I even the scale slightly.
Well, fuck me.
You're not my type.
Is that no for an invitation?
No.
Well, now that you're not a pickle, we'll talk about it.
Kappa.
Oh man. Whose turn is it?
Whose turn is it? I've lost track.
It was Moreland's.
My turn ended, yes.
Yes, it's Don's turn.
Would you like to slap one of the two characters who just made inappropriate comments?
No, I'd like to
Not
begin
you, not you,
laying.
Dom. I'm asking Moradin real quick. Moradin, would you like to slap one of the two characters who made inappropriate comments? As a free action for a little bit of shame.
Yeah, you know what? And they don't even see it coming. Just all of a sudden, they just feel a slap across their face.
You see the slap of shame. Which one feels the slap of shame?
Yeah, probably Dom.
You go feel that. You go for the beard of shame.
He's not even the one that made the comment, but he just what?
So, Dom, you are slapped by an ethereal hand of shame. As you hear
I look.
your head going,
He does it.
Shame.
He does it so secretively that I don't even know it's him. So I assume the rimmer has just slapped me, and I'm like, "Oh, you want to fucking go, do you? Let's fucking do it. Let's fucking do it." And I'm going to lay into this.
Okay.
I think I found his on switch.
It's that or coffee. One of
Yep.
the two.
Yep, that's it. So here we go. So I'm gonna go for a bump.
Bump.
Let me take that off, and then it is just Rage Lucky Shiv. I've changed it so it doesn't have the magic stuff on it. Does 23 hit?
A 23 on the adult Remoraz does indeed hit.
Fantastic. That's 11 damage. Can it make me that con save?
Constitution. How's 17 look?
It's fine.
He does not care.
And then I'm going to flurry of blows.
Okie
For a Uno. No,
You hit.
Boss.
You hit.
I'm a pissed off monk. And on the second one, I'm going to. Can it. Can it make a strength saving throw, please? It fails.
It has a 7 modifier.
I know, and it does it at advantage, and it still fucking fails. I can knock it 15 feet, but as it is, can I just knock it on its back?
It sort of flops backwards.
Cool. I just Dom. It assumes this thing has slapped him and literally grabs it, stabs it in the side of the head, headbutts it, and then uppercuts it onto its back.
Ow. Nice.
That is my turn.
10, 20, 35 damage. Nice. Takes us to Madar. You're a big thing and a little thing attacking your friends.
Am I still in the mouth of one of them?
No. It
Okay.
bit you and sort of nudged you away.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna. Which one looks more dead?
Probably perception check.
Sure.
I'll give it to you as free rather than as an action.
Okay. Good chow.
The adult looks like it's taken more damage, but the young one looks like it's less equipped to take that damage, as it's also been hit. So you're kind of both of them look to be proportionally at about the same amount of hit points.
Okay.
Though numerically, one of them has significantly more.
And one of them, and the small one has Morlin and Dom attacking it, right?
The small one has been sort of stabbed at by several of you. The older one has Dom attacking it.
Okay. I will switch to the one that Dom's attacking. And I'm going to longsword and miss. And miss. I'm going to be ineffective in combat.
Actually, you have advantage.
Okay. Then one
Because
of
of
them hits.
Dom.
Then one
Because
of
of
them
Dom.
hits. Cool. Dope. So he will take 14 slasheroonie damage.
Damn. He takes the 14 damage like a bitch. And you can take me some damage. As I'm going to roll you some damage because you stabbed the thing.
Good.
This is indeed the correct Remoraz. They have different dice values. Very confusing. Took 8 fire damage.
Oh, I have... God damn it. I have resistance to fire. I'm a goddamn Dragonborn. I take 4.
I was wondering when you pick it.
I didn't until just now. It's alright. I'll just eat shit for a little bit.
This level I don't have to point out to you.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, so that's it for me. I slash this guy and then take some heat.
The young one will look around to discover if it has been attacked by anybody else, as it was focused on Madar. It sort of looks around and it hasn't expended it forgot to expend. It's young, it's learning. It forgot to predatorially extend its opportunity attack on Madar as he went to go and fuck up the other one. Morlin, it will, however, attempt to nudge you with its teeth in a very violent manner. Does an 8 hit you?
It does not.
Then it does not hit you, as it begins to feel very inadequate with itself.
It misjudged the distance I'd, disengaged by, so it just came short.
Indeed, and as you've disengaged, you are further away than 5 feet, are you not?
Yeah, I would have been like 30, maybe.
Okay,
25.
Which will take us to you, and you hear a tick-tock kind of noise. Not that you understand what that means, but it's kind of like get a move on kind of noise in the back of your head from your patron.
She is gonna swoop down to Dom.
Mm-hmm.
And Dom, you just feel his hand on the back of your shoulders. And I will kill Wenshi at the only level I can.
So the spell goes through, but the healing does not take any effect.
I still have a disease.
As Dom has a disease, it's not a magical effect that fails. Your spell works, he just doesn't heal.
Dom's just like,
You just hear whispered next to your ear as she kind of, before she swoops off, you need help.
I'm just like, you're the one touching me up in the middle of a fight. I was trying to have a fight, and then you come over and you trying to get it jiggy with me. I mean, fucking later, love.
I was trying to
Boundaries. When did she get wings? What the fuck?
And
I
then
might
she'll
say we're
swoop
winging
back
it.
up.
Don't.
Sorry, Mike. We're birds of a feather now.
And she'll swoop back up, and yeah, that is her turn.
Okie dokie. Which will take us to whoever poor bugger is next. It should be Elder Remraz. So, Medard, I'm afraid this Remraz is going to take a lash out at you because you attacked it last. Does a 20 hit your AC? Mike? Yeah? Yeah, you.
Sorry,
your name is Madame.
yeah,
You said my name, and I heard it, and I was like, not talking to me.
In which case, you could take that
Yeah,
number of damage.
I do take that damage. 19 does hit.
The 20 does hit. Good, that's good to know.
Yeah, I'm
You
down.
take 47 damage. So, which means you automatically fail the check.
Yes,
You are swallowed by the
Perfect.
Remraz.
I am swallowed. I am at 0 hit points.
As a free action, can I yell abuse at this thing?
You may yell abuse as a free action, though I would like to point out we are bound by Twitch terms of service. So filter yourself, Joshua.
That
Comically mute yourself every swear word that is beyond Twitch terms of service.
that is my lizard friend, you. And I'm gonna. And I swear, I'm gonna climb inside you, and then I'm gonna do rid of the.
I feel like that was a scene from Harry Potter Puppet Pals where they bleep out 90% of the ancient Dumbledore swear. Anyone seen that? Nope. Yep.
Yep,
Okay.
that's good.
That's the whole level of nerd that I went to there.
Yep.
So you are swallowed. Okay, so that doesn't affect you for the time being. Okie dokie. Cool. And that's all he can do, which takes us to Morlin.
Yeah, so the young one is on me right now?
Indeed, the young one has attempted to lash out at you, though failed miserably.
Okay. So as it's like, coming right up at my face, I just kind of take a step back and it just, snaps. I'm going to breath weapon right into its face.
Gonna breath weapon at it. Okie dokie. What save would you like for your breath weapon, Mr. Dragonborn, sir?
So it is a...
Actually, he's a Cryodon.
Yes.
Yes. I'm well aware of this. However, for the sake of simplicity, Dragonborn is the 5e name.
It is a con saving throw.
Okay. It's a Constitution saving throw from a young Remaz. A 6.
So 12 was 15. He had to beat a 15. You did not.
He rolled a 6. He did not.
I ignore the DC on that. I didn't update that in there.
So he takes 6 poison
God.
damage.
That's like the worst roll possible.
It coughs and looks incredibly unwell.
Yeah. And I'll disengage again.
You're already out of range of its melee attack, so
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I'll tell you that you don't need to disengage. So you still have a bonus action if you use it.
You could use dodge.
No. I can actually.
It's a bonus action, yeah.
Yes, I can. Dodge it is.
Rogue's a boss.
Okay, so that's everything from you, Morlin.
Yeah.
Dominic.
I hold my turn until the old one that has swallowed Madar goes to attack me. And I will tell you exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to wait for her to try and bite me because I am the next biggest threat, smallest bit. I'm there. And I'm going to, as it opens its mouth, I'm going to run inside it and I'm going to get Medar out.
Okay, Medar, you can roll me a death saving throw. A failure. Okay,
Sad day in House Meadow.
it is. That actually puts. Does that puts them after the old one?
I'd like to wait until just before it. Well, yeah. Essentially, I'm going to run inside this thing. Can I voluntarily be eaten by this thing if it tries to attack? Can I like give it?
I will let you choose to take the attack.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so a failure. The young Remoraz. It's actually out of range of Morlin. It looks incredibly perturbed by this fact, and it actually retreats down into its burrow and vanishes from sight.
Pussy.
So you are left, Morlin, with a hole in front of you and a elder Remoraz that has just eaten Medar. As that takes us to you, as the young one is removed from turn order, as it escapes the fight because it was badly injured.
Sorry, I was just trying to. I'm gonna not do that because I can't work out what it means. I don't know what to do now. I can't get to him, so that's pointless. The other one's gone. Does Don make any suggestion that he's gonna go after Medar?
He's repeatedly saying, "I'm going to climb inside you, and I'm going to fuck you up."
Then she will wait.
Do you have any protection spells? Because I'm not gonna lie, this is gonna hurt.
No. I mean, I could clean you off afterwards if that helps. Fire's not going to do much. Celestial Secret Friend. No.
If not, it's fine.
No, I don't.
I'll suck it up. Or it will suck me up. Like what? Like it'll be fine. Sucking will happen.
It's better dying on you. I'm gonna wait. And she's gonna wait till after Dom. And see if Dom reappears. And it will be specifically to spare the dying on Medar.
Okay. That's so you hold your turn to do that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll put you after Dom for the sake of this. So that leaves us the old one's turn. Now when someone takes damage and they are unconscious, that's 2 death fails, right? So at the beginning of the Remoraz's turn, I'm afraid to say Medar takes 66 of acid damage. And Medar expires within the Remoraz, unable to resist as he was previously unconscious.
Sorry, I'm still going to get him out.
So, Mike, I am very sorry, but you expire unless there is any way to save you.
This is my stream. You can't kill me on my own show.
Okay, that's it. That's it, guys. There's no way to save him. He's dead. We could play. I am the streamer. This is my stream.
Yeah.
He's dead.
Instant death.
He's dead. Sorry.
Okay. Can I take the attack?
The link. Goodbye.
Attack me now.
The Remoraz attacked you.
Fantastic. I take it.
For 27, which would have hit you anyway.
Yeah, it's fine. You
will take half whatever 51 is, so 25. You take 25 damage. I'm assuming that tickles a little bit for Dom.
Yep, I'm still alive. I am going to climb in.
And it doesn't try and swallow you.
That's fine. I'm going in. I don't care. If it bites me, I climb into its mouth. I refuse to not be...
Okay.
I could say some things here that are not safe. Fucking... I'm going to spend one of my last nat 20, motherfucker. Oh, yeah!
Okay, you climb inside the Remoraz.
I'd like to find Medar's ankle, and I'm gonna grab him and drag him out. And if I have to fight my way past this thing's overbite, I'm fine.
You go past this gag, you're partway down its throat, and it just goes up and then swallows. So you are in its guts as your turn begins.
Fantastic. I would like to. I'm going to. Can I see Madar? I glow bioluminescence, so I can see in the dark.
You find a mostly submerged Cryodon Dragonborn that is unmoving and unbreathing.
Okay, I'm going to start cutting my way out of the inside of this thing. And I'm going down through its stomach, its softer parts.
Looks the Ramirez's natural AC. Okay.
What's its natural AC inside? Tell me all about how it's shitless
roll
inside.
me an attack, and I'll tell you what its AC is. You hit.
Okay. For 13.
You punch your stomach lining, and you hear what kind of sound described as a gurgle of agony.
Okay, and I'm gonna just start like punching my way out. My flurry of blows this shit.
Okay. I'll give you a rule of cool thing. If you expend the grapple, I'll let you rip further open its stomach lining.
I will do that.
So roll me the flurry of blows punch, and you'll probably hit because of your modifiers. So you hit, you rip this thing's stomach lining, and as acid begins to burn away its internal organs.
Fantastic! Like I'm like tearing open. Can I like poke my head out like a grotesque sort of?
You go to poke your head out, and you headbutt Chitin. You've damaged all the soft insides. You haven't punched through the Chitin yet.
Okay, I have a second attack from my flurry of blows. Can I try and punch my way out of the Chitin?
I'll let you try.
26.
Okay, so set the scene for you and for Morlin. You guys are looking at Ramirez that you've just witnessed consume two of your party members. You hear it, it sort of goes rigid for a second, and then makes like an awful sort of screech of agony. And then suddenly, along its lower, like its bottom side Chitin, a single plate is popped out of place with a wrenching crack, and it skitters in front of you. It lands at you's feet, and then stomach acid pours out, and then the head of a halfling pops out, covered in stomach acid and guts, covered in blood and other icky-bicky inside bits. You see a Dom. He just fits through the scale that's missing.
I've got Medar's ankle, and I'm just gonna drag Medar out. I don't care if Medar doesn't fit through this hole. I'm gonna make him fit through this hole.
He doesn't fit through the hole.
Not the first time that's been said.
Has anyone here ever seen a Remora's birthing video? Because if you haven't, you're about to witness some fucking history right here.
Gross.
It pops and you get stuck, and as you expend your action, your bonus actions at the end of your turn, Medar is still stuck in the Remoras.
I look at floating touchy milk bitch, and I'm like, you. I don't realize I'm actually saying your name. I'm just like, you, fucking give me a hand, pull this bastard out.
She'll as he does, and she'll swoop down, and she'll grab hold of the ankle, and she'll spare the dying on him. I realize it's too late, but
yeah, the spell does something, but you don't feel it take effect as you touch his ankle, as nothing happens to Medar. And instinctually, you get the impression that the spell would affect him if he was still amongst the living.
And she kind of puts her head down.
What are you doing? Help me pull him out of the fucking stomach.
We preserve the dead, and she'll try and rip away one of the other scales.
Roll me a strength check.
You have nat 20s left.
I do, nat 20.
You pull the scale off, though it is incredibly difficult to do so.
I throw that to one side.
The Ramirez screeches above you in pain.
I punch it.
You just use your action to pull the scale off. Good luck with that.
I know. Free action punch doesn't do anything.
just like slap it, like shut up.
Yeah.
It's at the end of your turn.
Here.
It's at the end of your turn.
Yes.
Morlin, you're up. as you realize they're trying to drag Madar out of the guts of a Remoraz.
That's still alive, apparently.
You heard a commotion, but you aren't sure whether or not they said
Yeah.
he was alive or dead. But your friend is in the guts of a Remoraz, and the other friend's trying to remove him from said place.
Okay.
And also Dom is there.
And also Dom is there.
Yeah, I mean, if this thing is still alive, I'm definitely going to try to attack it. Although I don't know where the little one went.
It vanished.
Okay. So seeing as I have it, I'm going to use one of my crits.
Use one of your crits, and you're going to sneak attack it because you have advantage.
Yep. So
Roll me the damages.
you're going to get that twice.
Just click it again. Click it again.
And then there's the initial damage, and then I have to
Roll me
roll
damage
another
again.
1d8 on top of that.
Yes,
So
you do. So 5, so 7,
23, 30.
Damn!
45.
How much? Sorry.
45.
Yes, 45.
Okay, the Remoraz screeches in agony as your blade punches through, as you're going to take all of you within 5 feet of it and take some damage, as you are within 5 feet of the damn thing. And you will be physically interacting with it, and I haven't done this to you because I'm not particularly...
Oh, you guys all had your 10 hit points, right?
The what?
You get 10 temporary from me.
If they forgot about it, they don't get it now.
Damn it. Oh,
You will take 8
doesn't
damage
fine.
from fire as it burns, being this close to this thing.
I take 4.
You do. More than you get the impression that your stab has just put this thing on its very, very last legs. It's bleeding, its guts are spilling out, its internals are being dissolved by its own internal, digestive fluid.
Nice. I will disengage from it.
Nice.
I'm
Madara,
not convinced it's alive.
it's almost dead. Okay.
Yeah.
Madara, unfortunately, you are dead. You after you go unconscious, the first thing you become aware of is surprisingly for the first time in a very long time, you are warm. Like you get this, not your internal warmth you've been existing with. This is an external warmth that warms your very bones. As you look around, you realize you are looking at the first figure you meet is your father, and then you notice across from you is your grandfather, and then further back you become aware of the fact you are now looking upon your ancestors, and you realize you have passed on to the afterlife. As you are greeted in a comfortable warmth, in what I'm assuming is obnoxiously dressed with your house banner.
Yes.
Constantly everywhere, because this is apparently what your family does. It's just
so I actually did personality traits and ideals, and so my ideals were my nation, my city, nation, or people are all that matters to me, and my bond is my honor is my life. So yeah, those.
So
were...
your clan banner is literally on every surface, on every goblet that you could possibly have house banner on.
Yep,
it's there. Every flag and has your house banner on it, and you are now sat on a table amongst your ancestors, drinking mead and enjoying good food, with but a fleeting thought for those you've left behind in the depths of grave danger. So you have passed the realm of the ancestors. In the corners linger darker influences of those of your former kin who had fallen to evil.
Whoa.
So unfortunately, for the time being, this is where your story ends. Madar is dead.
Dope story.
Long live Madar.
He's kind of a badass.
Kind of. He tried, then died. Story of everyone's life, right?
As you do.
Most adventurers have that as their...
As we hit the old one's turn, and you guys finally, after a moment, you feel it go slack as it bleeds out in front of you as its guts spill. It flops backwards for a final time, its body now laying limply across in this prairie, in this snow, as the snow around it quickly melts with an odd, sort of almost boiling hiss, which is unusual in your terrain. As you guys are now out of combat, and Dom, as the thing dies, his muscles detense, and you pull Madar free to become immediately aware of his sorry fate, as unfortunately part of his flesh bubbles and decays ahead of you. As you see it being digested, you realize after a moment his chest is not rising or falling.
I reach into my crotch and pull out a gold-plated lighter. and I call out, because I've seen clerics do divine intervention before, and you just yell very loudly. That's all it is. And I assume that whatever I encountered was a god. So I yell out, Rick, if you want your fucking lighter back, I'll give it in exchange for your helping my friend.
Roll me a D100.
If I pull this off, I'm going to be the happiest motherfucker that ever lived.
Can I donate my last 2 roll 20s for him to make this?
Can I re-roll?
Hang on. Claire, you donating nat 20s to make this happen?
Yeah.
The last
Okay.
2.
Yeah.
Does anyone else wish to use their last net? Unfortunately, Mike, I can't allow yours because you're dead.
That's fair.
Sure, I got one last one.
Okay.
You holds up her crystal. Like, you guys have seen her wings kind of defurled back into her back, and you can just see kind of this outline of what looks like wings on her like shoulder blades because she's not wearing her coats anymore. But she'll hold her crystal out, and you just hear her muttering a language you don't understand. Please.
So you guys, you got the crystal in your hand. You glows briefly, and you feel an odd coldness, as if something has left you for a moment. And the crystal in your hand glows an odd white. Dom, the light in your hand flickers gold. The light on the end sparks and seems to consume the light as it vanishes. And Medar, we cut to you drinking in a mead hall.
I'm gonna ruin your life.
And there I was. I was staring down the teeth of this monstrosity, and I dove in with my blade.
What coloration is your Cridon?
I think it's gold.
So, you are drinking a mead hall when suddenly a hand is placed upon your shoulder. You are turned and you look up into the visage of a much taller, white-scaled dragonborn as he punches you in the throat, as you have abandoned your duty and your honor, youngling. We ancestors do not agree with your fate or what you wish to do passing forth so easily. Your duty and your honor is yet besmirched by your fate. As he picks you up by the throat in a disturbingly easy manner and walks you to the exterior door of the mead hall. Know that the realm of the ancestors awaits you and your kin, your friends, though now is not necessarily your time. Good and evil dwells here. You are yet neutral. Let us see where your allegiances lay. He snarls in your face. You have a chance. Do you want to resist and return to the easy, confident warmth of the drink hall? Or would you like to try and resist?
No, I'm going back.
You're going back to the mead hall?
No, I'm going back to fuck shit up.
Yes!
Yeah.
The white dragonborn looks you dead in the eye as you want to go back.
Yes.
I have told you your honor is besmirched and you wish to return. He chuckles. He speaks in the Cryodon's native tongue, which is unspoken by the other races. And he says, then know that you owe your existence to your ancestors, and that we watch your soul, young scaled one. And he opens the door, still holding you upward by your throat. He, oddly towering above even you, opens the door to the drink hall, looks at the darkness, looks at you, and hurls you with such ease that it unnerves you into the darkness. And you feel the sensation of falling in the bitter cold. And amongst you, you see that Medar, amongst you guys, you, Dom, and Morlin, you see the partially dissolved skull of Medar begin to slowly stitch itself back together, and he sits upright, his skull still only half formed, as he suddenly draws breath back into his lungs.
I met a man. He said that you can't kill me, this is my stream.
I slap him in the face and I'm just like, you fucking right. Don't you ever do that. Like, you... I have had it up to fucking higher than I can reach with all your bullshit. You just think you can fuck off in the middle of battle and abandon your friends. Well, I'm not having it.
As we end, I will ask for one last check from Morlin.
Okay.
The stalwart guide of this particular party. You can roll me perception.
Somehow it's lower than my passive.
On a 13, you hear what sounds like a whale call as a humongous creature sweeps out of the sky toward you. And then with that, the curtain's shut. So you are swept upon by an unknown foe, your friend revived from death. We draw it to close, so you don't necessarily survive your first encounter with Savage Dawn.
Oh, shut up. I'm gonna eat whatever that is. I gotta eat part of that Remoraz first, and then we're going after that thing, whatever it is.
So, first thing I say is, Mike, thank you very much for having let me DM here. It's been a pleasure and an honor. Like, I played here before, but I haven't had a chance to DM, and I hope you enjoyed Savage Dawn.
It was dope. I had fun. Yeah, so guys, that was... it's been a whirlwind. That was the second game of our 12-hour stream. Holy crap. This is the second stream of our 12-hour stream, the second game of our 12-hour stream. We had the Salt and Sassy crew back here with guest Encounter Josh. So let's go around, introduce everybody, and get your thoughts on your first, second, possibly more adventures into Savage Dawns. And we'll start with the wonderful DM. Ross, who are you? Where can we find you? And what drew you to Savage Dawn? And what do you think about the one-shot?
I enjoy running every Savage Dawn one shot, and I think it's a privilege and honor to actually be given this as playtest material by Lawsmith to play. And I love running every game with this. I actually have a body count, and I'm counting Medar as amongst my body count, even though he has been revived. I genuinely love this setting and everything about it, because it takes D&D out of the medieval and plops it into the savage and lets us do whatever we feel like doing. It makes us a fashion weapon out of bone. I'm looking for players to cover one shots in this setting. So if anyone wants to try and experience this and they like what they've seen today, please just hit me up with a DM and I'll see what I can do for you guys. I love it. I enjoy being here on unMadeGaming because I don't get to come in very often because obviously time zones and whatnot really make it impossible. So Mike, thank you very much for running these 12-hour streams of charity. All this is for like Extra Life for Kids. Yeah. And it's a pleasure to be here.
It's awesome. We're at 755 right now. So we've tripled our goal, which is dope, which puts us at almost our entire goal for the year as of May, which means we have another, 7 months? Is that how math works? 7 more months to raise...
that's how math works, buddy.
To raise X amount of money, more funds for... We've doubled our goal from last year. It's insane. It's an insane whirlwind of time. So,
and I'd love for you guys to hit that by the end of this 12-hour stream. I'd love for you guys to double that.
That would be dope. So yeah, let's jump over to the other half of Salt and Sassy. Free Huggles. Huggles, who are you? Where can we find you? And what did you think of this one shot?
I am Free Huggles. You can find me over on Salt and Sassy and on the Chronicles of Elan and Fraud podcast. More of which will come out soon. I love this setting. It's one of my favorites. Even maybe over our own world. I didn't say that out loud. You can hear that, Ross. It's fine. But yeah, Yu is one of my favorite characters to play. It's nice to see how she kind of progresses. So I love hanging with you guys because it's awesome. It always
fantastic. Let's jump over to one of the first people I got to hang out with when I first started this streaming adventure. Josh, who are you? Where can we find you? And what did you think of this ridiculous?
I had an absolute blast. I love playing Dom because I love playing a character that I give no fucks about and yet seems to be invincible. It's one of my favorite things to do. If you got a moment, I'd say loads of stuff about where you can find me, but for today, tomorrow actually, I'm running a little something over on Laura Lania's channel. Loads of details that I know we're overrunning, so I won't go into too much detail, but basically Laura's friend, I was going through a lot of stuff over the last week, and she's seen some real abhorrent excuses of behavior towards women who are suffering from domestic abuse in her travels, sort of helping her friend, has decided to do something about it. So this weekend, all of the donations on Laura Lani's channel are going to Safe House, which is a charity that basically supports people who are struggling through domestic abuse, because it's not always as easy as just walking away. Sometimes these people aren't financially dependent. There's a lot of stuff that, is often glossed over, and it makes it very difficult for people to get out of these toxic situations. As a content creator, and being the other side of the pond, there's not a whole lot I can do, but I didn't want to do nothing because that's the worst thing you can do. So I'm running a one-shot, and it's going to be insane, and I've got an amazing cast together. Mike from unMadeGaming, actually this Mike right here, you see that guy? That guy is playing with me again, voluntarily, might I add. What a dick. I have Mike from unMadeGaming. I have Wise Papa Grant himself, the original Bad Boy Grant, is playing. I've got Zippy Zippo. If you guys don't know who Zippy Zippo is, he plays Charlotte and Ramsey. Possibly the fucking greatest combination I've ever played with in my life. Makes me genuinely happy. Tia, her friend Yodestein, who's going to be a moderator on the stream of Many Eyes. So he's a great guy. I'm really excited for you guys to meet him. And Scraticus, the one-man D&D machine, who's responsible for the Scraticus D&D Academy, and also just running one-shots so fast. I don't know how he makes so many. And we are playing a 3-hour stream. I'm DMing, and it is an Iron Chef cook-off. 6 players, 2 teams of 3. They are going to have to go into the pantry, aka a huge labyrinth dungeon with plenty of different things from all over every type of D&D monster we can find. They're going to have to kill something, bring it back, and then cook it and serve it to a celebrity guest judge of Strahd. I'm trying to book Tiamat to come along and host, and a few other people. Mordecai's going to be there. It's going to be amazing. Please come, hang out, show your appreciation, show your support. We're a great community, and that's what I love about you guys. And if you are feeling charitable, obviously give today, and if you have stuff to give tomorrow as well, because everything is appreciated. And at the end of the stream, we'll be doing a live donation so you guys can see exactly where all your money goes. That's me. Check me out, Laura Lania, on Twitch tomorrow at 10:30 PST. Ross, am I right? Am I right, guys?
30 PST.
If you finally chose it between PST and EST and BST, please pick one, Josh.
I have no idea. Yeah, but that's me.
1:30 EST. Perfect. So I will be there tomorrow. I am literally waking up in the morning. I'm doing this stream, passing out, waking up in the morning, actually cooking, then pretending to cook, and then recooking, and then eating the food later on. So it's going to be an interesting day of cooking and not cooking, and getting to enjoy that food and probably the stream. Ryan, who are you? Where can we find you? And what did you think of your first foray into Savage Dawn?
Yeah, I'm Ryan, aka Rydom. I'm here every Thursday night on unMadeGaming's channel for Havoc in the Hinterlands. I also try to help out a little bit with doing some community movie nights on Sundays, although we are not doing one this week due to the U.S. holiday and our festival that Mike is putting on for us tomorrow. Or feast, I guess is probably a better term. Savage, this definitely seemed appropriately titled. The whole area definitely seems savage.
And it was definitely on land.
In the environment. I hope to see more of it at some point moving forward, because I'd like to dive into it more, see just how savage these lands really get.
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic. Guys, so like I said, that was our second one-shot of the day. We have 2 more left to go. Up next is some City of Mist, which is a dope game. We have some new faces. We have some returning faces. And then we're going to wrap up the game with, I think it's considered indie. I don't know what's considered indie anymore. But there's a game called Bluebeard's Bride, which I believe is based off of Apocalypse World, if I'm not mistaken, which is a dope setting. And actually, Josh introduced me to Apocalypse World, and that was an atrocity.
I remember
that was something
Cemetery
else.
Cemetery City, with
that
the
was,
warm, like the placenta of the mother, or some creepy thing that Petra kept doing.
It was awful. So Petra is actually running this game, Bluebeard's Bride. So that's gonna be a fun time. So guys, we're gonna take a short break. We're gonna reset for everybody to come back in here. So stick around, retweet, tell your friends how awesome this is gonna be, and we'll see you guys in a little bit. Bye bye.
Bye bye.